It's true.
Simon, are you kind of call yourself the better player here?
Obviously.
We'll leave that for future.
I mean, literally.
No one's going to argue about that because we all know it's true, but still, you're not supposed to say it.
Doing the tabletop thing, right? And I'm looking, and I'm getting quite a good idea of what happened last week. When I'm like, okay, more pictures have been drawn on the table. It's like excellent. So I take it last week was so chill that everyone was doing some decorating.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is what? Oh.
This. Ghaakt. And fingers up.
Well, I presume that's supposed to be a guitar of some kind.
Yeah.
Or a potion bottle. Or a marital aid. I'm not sure which.
Well, I'm gonna go with that one, the last one.
Why not all of the above?
A guitar that's actually a potion bottle, which is actually a marital aid?
Yes.
It's a douche.
It's multi-purpose.
Okay, but now, I know Ghaakt can be annoying sometimes, but no need to call him rude words.
I've just realised you know. Yeah, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, look. There's a player on
Infernal
the
has
field.
said, no, don't touch anything, he's loading.
I am gonna touch everything. Did that help?
You
I don't know.
you actually did, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually did. I actually touched everything. On my desk. Except for my cup, because that's fucking hot and I don't really want to touch it at the moment.
That's fair. My cup of hot chocolate is also hot.
I have
Okay,
just
how
made
can
a
you be
cup.
having hot drinks in this weather?
Mate-
Because I'm hungry. I need the nutrients. I've
Eat
been having.
food then.
I
And I'm
am, mate.
British.
I've just eaten 2 Yorkie bars and I got an entire pack of crisps next to me.
Okay, Chris. As much as I love your bars,
Nutrients.
Chris, I'm gonna have to say they're not. They're not food. They're snacks. They're different.
I have a yogurt
Holy,
and
it's
tea.
98 degrees. Woo!
Don't talk about us. Your temperature. You're weird. You're an American. We-
Oh, can I
37
just
degrees.
put
When
something
you guys
forward?
throw tea into the.
Can I
into the
just
what the
something
fuck's up with
important?
that?
They don't like the Imperial system, yet they use liters.
Yeah, I know. I know. Ugh.
Could be
Tropical.
worse.
Blame them, not me.
Could be French.
Wow! I saw a meme about that
Yeah.
earlier.
Could be French.
Yeah, I saw a very very strong meme earlier.
Was it
wonderful.
flexing all over the place?
It was a wonderful meme.
Oh man. That
It
sounds
was
glorious.
about I think it was when everyone's having a go at France for surrendering quick. Remember, Norway surrendered within 6 hours of a battle starting. Or
Wow.
a war
That's the
starting,
thing.
sorry.
The thing is, we make fun of the French because they act like they can try. The Norwegians knew what they were up against and went, you know, I'll fuck this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll live
They-
to fight
they
another day.
They instantly skipped the stage of France just being subjugated by Germany. I just went, fuck it, let's just start a rebellion now.
Perfect. Live to fight another day. Work out where people are and go from there.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, stream.
Hello,
I-
Strab.
High stream.
Now, Hitler did very little wrong, let's face it.
Well,
Well,
technically,
strategic. I'm thinking more. Actually, no, he did a lot strategically wrong. He did a lot wrong. Oh yes, the Battle of Britain didn't work, so let's not invade the UK.
yeah.
I'm in. Hello, Infernal.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
I'm in.
I saw a thing on Facebook earlier, and I can't for the life of me remember where
You
it
saw a
was.
thing on Facebook earlier, that's
I did, yeah.
dangerous.
No, it was D&D thing.
That's what I say all the time.
They were like, "Oh, your ranger that has his, or you've just made a ranger character, and he's got a pet." You're like, "Oh, okay." So you're sitting there, you're like, "Oh, you know, how to annoy your GM?" You're like, "Okay, cool." It's like, right, can we progress with the story? No, I want to know what tricks it knows. Okay, fine.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one.
The rollover, then you got the hill, and it's like hill survived it. I was like,
Yeah.
if I get a pet I want that feature.
The thing is, ow.
That was me. Sorry. As stream may have noticed, Rook has art.
I know.
Is this allowed?
What? Rook having art?
Yeah.
You've got art.
Not of Sovak.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
It's in our imagination.
I just cropped my skeleton tile.
Oh, it's
Because
perfect.
let's be honest, what else is he gonna have as features?
Yeah,
Okay, we
it's-
all know that he's got to have his funny glasses and nose.
That's true.
They can
My
just be drawn
apologies.
on there. Easily.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Alright, hello,
I can do them if
hello
you want.
stream.
The better.
I am here with my players. Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan's not here at the moment, he might join, I don't know. Sam.
Hello.
Simon.
Hello.
Will. Is also not here apparently. Infernal.
Hi.
And Jamie.
Why am I always last?
Because
Middle
you're
left.
last in the on my overlay, it goes Sudz, Harlan, Sam, Simon, Will, Infernal, Jamie. And Infernal always wants to be at the bottom, but it's much more convenient just to move everything up and add someone at the bottom rather than have to move him to the bottom and put you in the middle.
Okay. I suppose because I was probably last to join.
Uh-huh. And the only
Okay.
reason Infernal was at the bottom previously is because he moaned about it a lot.
Yeah, because I'm not ready.
Ah.
Also,
Infernal
Infernal,
likes to be at the
Infernal
bottom.
sent me a message. What did you send me?
Why aren't I last?
Oh, yeah, sure. Because you were in the original section of it. Because just because I just removed Elsion's picture and replaced it with the skeleton.
Perfect.
I mean, again, fitting. I mean, what?
Wait, why is the Sovak on the top of the name list on the right?
What?
Because that's where I put him.
Because Sovak is the best.
Because it's where I put him. You got a problem with that?
Yes. Why am I at the bottom?
Because
I
you were the
thought you were
last to
going in
join.
descending order.
I was, but Elsion used to be where Sovak is.
Ah,
Again, removing things so that I have things in place. Anyway, hello everybody. We're getting off track.
What?
I am here with my players today. Usual announcements. Thank you to Zenosa for all the artwork that has gone through. There are new ones that have been sent through, and new ones that will be arriving next week, which I am looking forward to. Thank you to Tabletop Audio. The soundtrack you were listening to at the beginning there was their new tavern music, which I absolutely love. And I will be using that probably for my intro from now on, because it is very jovial, and I do like it. Reminds me a lot of particular soundtracks from games that I grew up with. What was that you muttered, Sam?
Oh, ain't that cute? Sorry, I'm just naturally mocking you again, and I know I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be, because you're the skeleton, and and Queglod's here,
Hey, Greg,
and I'm the Raven Queen.
hmm.
I don't mind being safe.
Queglod, you get a message from the Raven Queen. Kill the skeleton.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Queglod cracks knuckles. All right then. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
Kill
boy.
Again.
Here we go again.
With Queglod's amazing 8 strength.
I'll challenge him to an arm wrestle over who gets the skeleton.
May I remind you, an unarmed attack does
You
1
can
plus or
summon
minus your
Behold.
strength modifier.
Yes,
Chris, you can summon Behold.
a simple arm wrestle.
That's true.
Fine.
Yeah, but if she does damage, her bludgeoning hit would be that it would do 1 minus 1 bludgeoning damage, doubled because he's a skeleton.
Why didn't you join earlier on Rook? Could have had arm wrestle.
Yeah, you can have an arm wrestle with the dead, it's fine.
Not the same, Chris.
Oh well.
Dead, I'm just not alive.
Maybe you did arm wrestle
It's
him,
fine.
you just
Behold,
don't
I'm the
remember.
champion of arm wrestle. It's fine.
Maybe you did arm wrestle him, you just don't remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
in all honesty, he could actually beat you. Like, how
Beat
did
who?
how did the 24 or 24 or 26 strength fighter not beat you, but Rook can? Because Rook counts as one size larger when grappling, so he has advantage all the time.
Yeah, but so do I, so it's normal.
Yeah, from
That's it.
Reckless, but... Or
Or
no,
Reckless
from
Rage.
Rage. but so it just means you cancel out. But
Yeah, it's just normal.
Mm.
It's just whoever gets lucky.
yeah, so it's whoever gets lucky. Yeah. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Any more battle combat maps like the ones down here are made with Dungeon Player Studio, and ones that are detailed like this were made in Incarn.com. Alright, let's get on with this. Enough waiting around. Alright, last session. Party of adventurers. After killing the hungry tyrant, a large Morban abomination, and deity to them, to the Morban themselves, the party proceeded to loot what was remaining of the temple. With Feng's help, they found a interesting orb called the Orb of Lucrox, and after familiarizing themselves with their various items and their bits and pieces before proceeding to set out to the surface, they came across various places within town to investigate. One such place was a hot tub, or a hot spring, for them to investigate. Going in, they decided to wait before cleaning themselves off of the various gore and infection that they had found themselves wading through almost in the Morban caves there. After a wonderful hot spring episode, with information being gathered by Sasha despite being in a hot spring, and the rest of the gents causing absolute ruckus in the separated bathhouse,
We
the
did
party.
nothing of the sort.
What did you say?
We did nothing of the sort.
And from there on, the party gathered themselves, went to rest, went to a nearby inn and proceeded to rest overnight, where Bern had an interesting time. Before the party wakes up, it is now the morning for all of you. The birds are singing outside. You can hear the sound of people moving through the streets as they begin to get ready to go to work, as it is fairly early on.
I do the thing I sent you and go to the mail guy.
Yes, okay. You take the bits and pieces, wrap it up, and you take it over to a messenger. The messenger, I believe it was 5 gold for traveling to Adamantia with a package. Yeah.
I'll give him 10.
Okay, 10, and he won't open it.
Yes.
As the preparations are made, he proceeds to gather up his things and go about his way, heading off into the distance. The rest of you, as you are awaking, breakfast is waiting for you, as you can hear the sound of several dwarves down below, currently shouting at one another, grabbing bits and pieces to eat, and breakfast is lively in this place. So, what are you all doing? You have all woken up, you have breakfast before you.
Eat.
Good,
Yeah.
that's a good start.
Malcom will eat his breakfast and take care of his companions, and then head out towards where the waterfalls were to try and use my cantrip. One sec.
Mold earth.
Mold earth to gather some clay. He said
Okay.
I can use that to gather up some clay.
Okay, you head out, separating yourself from the party. You head over to this waterfalls and proceed to gather clay. Anything else the rest of you wanted to do?
I keep meaning to ask, on the way back out of the dungeon, did we reclaim our rope and stuff?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll get my 50 foot of rope back.
Yeah, you get your 50 foot of rope back,
Back.
which is
Cool.
actually 100 foot of rope because you had to tie it to somebody else's to get it to work.
Yeah, mine is in there as well. So
Yeah, so just put 100 foot of rope because you've got burns as well.
Alright, I owe you some rope. Probably at some point, maybe.
It's fine. It's like a gold
Cool.
piece.
Excellent. Then I am not sure what to do.
I believe Sasha wanted to go and visit the forges, so we'll say that Sasha will want to go and do that. If any of the rest of you want to do anything, but Sasha will say, seeing as Sasha's not here. I'm going to go and see the forges. After that, I'm going to wait near the ravine. We should probably leave today unless there's some things that you all want to take care of. Otherwise, we can meet back here.
Cool. I might come to the forges with you and see if they're selling any ingots.
Alright.
Long
Yeah.
shot. Long shot, isn't it?
Perfect dwarf.
It's worth a shot.
It works.
Yeah, you're looking for pure ingots, which is different to regular
Yes, I am.
ingots.
Yeah. I was gonna have to ask them about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
What?
I just put my tea down and knocked my mouse, and it zoomed right in, and all I could see was this weird yellow face on my screen. I was a bit startled.
My bad.
So,
I love that face so much.
It just startled me a little bit. I was like, what the hell?
I forgot about that. There we go. Alright, so Queglod, are you doing anything this morning?
Oh,
And
so
Sovak?
I am. Sovak is barricading his door.
Okay. Ghaakt is going to proceed to. He's just going to proceed to like go over near the ravine entrance and serenade to those passing by. Give a little bit of motivation to them as he hasn't got much to do. Fang goes up to the rest of you over dinner and goes, so what are we doing today? Are we going into the ravine, or are we staying in town a little bit longer?
I believe we're gonna go in, unless other people have stuff to do.
Proceeds to nod. This is when people would declare what they're doing during the day. So, yeah. Where everyone's going about their business. Queglod? You do know Sovak isn't down here for dinner.
Yes.
Or breakfast, rather.
Please don't murder me.
Kill your.
Honestly, you did announce before that you were going to hang out with us, right?
Hell was my plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Queggles, how you doing, my buddy?
Oh, by the way, who hasn't rolled hit die for level up?
Oh, I haven't. Yes,
You did mine.
I'm going to go and
I think I
speak
rolled
with
yours, Rook.
Sovak.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Chris, I need to roll this.
No.
Or
Oh, look at that, you got a 1. You're keeping that, because you're rolling all those dice, so I'm doing it with disadvantage, sorry.
What? No, not for that.
For what? Oh, right.
Oh.
Aren't you rolling too many?
Wait, how many is there? Oh, 6. Never mind.
Yeah, so we'll take the bottom 6.
So these. Okay. Yeah.
Chris.
Ella.
Yes, this new formula stuck in
Yeah, what of it?
character sheet.
Double click it, and then just put plus whatever you roll. Have you already rolled?
Yes, I have 4.
Okay. So yeah, you just double click it and then put +4 and then just hit enter and it should work. Should take you to 85 now.
Hold on.
Don't make me go into your character sheet and fix it.
Don't make me come in there. You
Is
won't
Warlock
like it if I come
D8?
in there.
Warlock is D8, yes. The problem is that Google Sheet hates me.
Ah,
Oh,
that makes sense.
And
Okay,
I can't input stuff. Give me a moment.
that's fine. So, Sovak,
Yes. Just
roll me a
cowering
construction check for your barricade.
It's just his arm.
His
before
arms.
that. All I
just-
need. It's just both arms propped up against the door.
sits down in a chair.
Just, I'm sort of sat there, leant over, as if you're just sort of like got your hands on your knees and just covering your mouth, like the concerned meme. But it's just my upper body's doing that while staring at the door while my arms are pushing on it.
Okay.
Don't let that midget come in here. She'll kill me.
Okay. Alright, so
Mm,
Malcolm, seeing as yours is fairly simple, you go over and you do
Yeah.
collect some clay. There's plenty of it in this region.
Okay. Can I also see if I can go into town and possibly buy some incense, sulfur, phosphorus, and sand. If there is any.
My mind is trying to think what you need this for.
Conjure elemental.
Ah, right. Okay.
I'm getting all the things I need for each one, just so I have all my bases.
That makes sense. Do you need to, is it MGP or is it?
It just says burning incense for air, soft clay for earth, sulfur and phosphorus for fire or water, and sand for water.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay.
I just need to have things.
Collecting a bit of clay and then having that prepared, placing that in your component pouch for heading over and finding the various miscellaneous things. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check for that. Bern, you've already done your thing. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Investigation, that is... That's a 13 total.
Okay. Looking around, you don't find anywhere inside of the city. I will say, due to the fact that Sasha probably would have mentioned this, but unfortunately Harlan's not here to say it. Last night, Sasha did discover a place which sells healing potions out to the west of town, and also there is a library that is maybe not to the public use, but there is at the very least a library fairly close to the human fortress that goes underground a bit. So you can try either of those places, and I'll say with that investigation, you probably gather that the one outside of town might do that.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about going to, because I don't think a library would help too much. Maybe for incense, but
Okay.
not for else.
Okay. Thing's gonna head to the library. Queglod, what were you doing?
I'm gonna go and visit Sovak.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, okay, I'm fine. I'm happy.
Okay. You get up to his door.
Hello, Harlan.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Harlan, you told everybody about everything, including your entire backstory.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like I was hiding much.
It's fair. No, I just told them the things you found out while you were in the hot springs last session. Just so that the whole party knew it. And you're currently heading to the forge with Rook, as Rook is going to attempt to purchase a pure ingot.
Ooh. Exciting.
Queglod's wants to come have a talk with me.
Oh no, Diddums.
You don't even know if he
So-
wants to talk to you. He's
so-
just approaching your room.
Yeah, so
It's
Queglod,
just-
you approach Sovak's room.
Mm-hmm. I will knock on the door.
Oh, civilized.
Sovak, you
Yes.
hear
Who is it? Hello?
Ah, you are in that.
No, I'm not.
Don't think that you can fool me, skeleton. Just come out. I want to talk to you.
Why don't you come in here?
Alright, I come in.
You attempt
will
to
open
open
the
the
door.
door. Go ahead and roll me a strength check. Sovak, I need,
come on.
Sovak, I need an opposing strength check.
Oh, there's an 18.
That's an 18.
Oh no!
Right, so Sovak, as your arms are holding the door closed,
Perfect.
you watch
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Queglod just turns the door handle and you watch as the two of them just like limply fall to the side and just like bad door stoppers just roll behind the door as now your arms are behind the door.
Oh my god.
Ah,
You
yes.
see
Pickle
a
up
armless and completely dressed elf currently sat on a chair.
Hello, how are you?
I'll get to the point. Who raised you?
I don't fucking know.
Is that a lie?
Make me
Chris?
an insight check. Also, Sam, you're a little bit quiet. I'm not sure if that's just.
Okay.
There we go.
I
That's
might-
better. Much
I
better.
move my mouth closer.
Okay,
may get me
insight
breathing.
is pretty good. You can determine the DC, or you can roll persuasion/deception if you want, Sam.
That's the truth. I don't fucking know.
Not even I know.
No one knows.
Perfect.
Oh god. I just don't know. One day I was suddenly awake. There were some wizards, but fucking, you can't just assume every wizard's going around raising dead things just because there's a dead thing where they are.
All right, very well. I believe you. As you know, it's my job to hunt down dead.
Yes.
Now, killing one is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a necromancer or group of necromancers out there who are raising undead, I would much rather find out who they are.
Ah, yes. I might be able to help you.
I was hoping you would. Since the others seem to have taken a liking to, as long as you're willing to behave, I've decided to grant you a temporary stay of execution.
Well, that's very friendly of you. That. Please don't kill me.
And it wouldn't technically be killing. It's
Okay.
your death, but
What is life really? Hmm.
well, anyway. I'm going off now. Do you eat?
I can. I don't need to, but I can. Somehow.
He just does the Mark Zuckerberg thing of "I am human." I'm glad at least somebody got that.
Look at me enjoying
You
this
mean the
nice
human?
sandwich.
And the humans, they enjoy this food. Then I
all
shall
this
enjoy it as
data
well.
I have collected shows that humans enjoy food.
Yeah. Where does it go then?
Honestly, I don't know sometimes. Sometimes it does just sit inside my clothing and it gets quite uncomfortable. Other times it just disappears.
Hmm.
I wish I knew. Honestly, I finding out who raised me might actually, be a good goal. I hadn't even considered that.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Anyway,
Are you?
not really, but I'm not unhappy to have helped. Anyway, you might want to make your preparations. I think people are doing various tasks around the town, and then we've got a job to do. You, I assume, are coming with us.
Well, I don't want you hunting me down, so yes.
Very well, then.
I suppose you're coming with us because you don't have a choice.
The closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so. I need this now, Chris.
What?
You
A
must
hobbit?
make. Yes, you must make it a D&D thing now.
Anyway, so as that conversation comes to a conclusion, I will say Rook and Sasha, as you two are heading towards the Dwarven Forge, you can hear the sounds of metal work, the sounds of several individuals working on the blacksmiths. You can see the large plumes of smoke are just billowing out of this main large forge yard. You can see alongside and around this general area, there are plenty of dwarves moving metal, moving scrap, and dragging large, what looks to be mine carts filled with just unrefined iron ore, and they're just proceeding to like chuck them in the furnace, do the various processes to purify it and make the iron used here.
Cool.
Let's change the music a bit.
Well, this is lovely.
I can just imagine.
Smell the coal in the air, Rook.
Yes, it smells coaly.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So what is it you're looking here for?
Oh, I'm honestly, I'm just here for funsies. I like forges.
Okay, fair dues. I am.
Come on, let's do your thing.
Right, I am looking to see if I can find out if someone sells pure ingots.
Make me an investigation check. I'll say with assistance because Sasha is here. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Cool. Oh my god.
13.
What was it?
Investigation.
Oh, that's 1, 13, so 14.
14. You don't see a shop per se. You see individuals forging, and there are several individuals currently about who are forging, and there are a few who are currently just moving bits from one place to another. You could try and catch one's attention to ask.
Yes, I shall do that. I shall catch one's attention.
Okay. Around the place you see what looks to be a grisly-looking dwarf currently walking around, huge beard going down to about where his belly button is, carrying around what looks to be a large hammer. You would recognize this as a striker, as he's currently moving from one place to the next as they're finalizing more finities with some of the swords or bits that they're making. You also see a younger dwarf currently being tutored, but you see he kind of he's just giving a glance, and then he goes over, sits down, and proceeds to work through paperwork or a book as he's proceeding to learn about blacksmithing. It seems much older than when you learn about blacksmithing, Sasha. So he learned.
What kind of? Oh, he must be one of the slow ones.
And other than that, there are just several dwarves
I hated
here.
saying that. I'm so sorry.
There are several dwarves on the workstations here.
Why did you say it?
Okay.
Because Sasha learnt it when she was fairly young. She learnt to brew at like the age of 20, and in dwarf years, that's like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you just had bad parents who didn't let you have a childhood.
Look! I enjoyed my raising, unlike you. Don't even know your own necro dad's name.
Harlan, how hard did you try to come up with that? Just be truthful with me.
I think I could hear the thought that went into that.
I'll be honest. It started. Usually I start a sentence and I don't, and I haven't finished it already. So, not very hard, but harder than normal.
Huh.
Huh?
Like something else in my life.
Oh, so bad.
So,
No.
who were you focusing on to talk to?
Oh man, I am gonna.
Striker dude is where I'm going.
Striker dude.
Okay, you go over to the striker, and he just proceeds to like plod on.
Cool. Excuse me, sir.
Eh?
Like, yeah.
He just turns around, hammer swings wildly. You watch two dwarves duck as it passes overhead. What do you want?
Could you tell me where I might be able to purchase a pure ingot?
He gives you this blankest stare.
Oh no.
What do you mean by pure?
I mean,
The metal's
pure.
pretty pure here.
Okay. All right.
I okay. To clarify, there is a difference between a normal
Ingots and
ingot.
pure ingots, yeah. Pure ingots are like expertly refined to be just that. You're looking for high quality stuff.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm just saying. Where could we buy your highest quality ingots? Something that is purely a single metal, no impurities and nothing else.
That kind of stuff isn't very good. It's not very strong.
I understand. This is for other needs than purely building.
Yeah. Depends. You can commission it if you want.
Right.
Mhm. That's something you could try.
Right. Okay.
Take a
Right.
while.
Okay. How much? Oh man, I don't even know what metal it is to upgrade my axe. Chris, help!
It's currently steel, so you need the next grade up, which is dark steel.
Okay.
Followed by black steel, which is or white steel, depending on if you're going dwarvish or elvish.
Okay. All right.
I mean, question: Can we, if we like happen to get a pure ingot of adamantium, can we just shove that in there, or does it have to
No,
be
it
sequential?
has to be sequential, which is why it's
Okay.
why it's relatively cheap, because it's 100 GP of that metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not 100
So-
GP flat, 100 GP times whatever its modifier is.
Perfect. So I'm looking at dark steel and then possibly black steel. How much would that cost to commission?
Pure ingot of that kind. Commissioning something particularly weird like that, probably looking at sequential, one after another. If you're looking for one ingot of each, probably 700 gold.
Cool. Can I commission you for that, or who do I
Me?
go
No, look for the Forge Master. He's further in. He points to the large door behind him and just goes, further in there, first right. If he doesn't let you in, just push the door open. He usually leaves it unlocked. Don't tell him I told you that, though.
for? Right. Okay. Cool. So, come in, Sasha.
Oh yes, this will be funny to watch.
If you want to get on his good side, bring him a cup of tea. He winks with a very obvious wink before turning around and going, "Alright, back to work."
Insight check, Chris, please.
Go ahead.
I can't. I'd like to.
Oh,
but I
you
can't.
can't because you're not in tabletop. 15 plus
Alright.
what?
15 plus. I think it's 7 currently, but I will double check.
Okay. A cup of tea
Plus
will
8.
a cup of tea will please him. That is for certain. Whether it will be enough to get on his good sides, you don't know.
Are we saying we're going to Irish up the tea here, Chris?
It's up to you. The nature of the tea is probably just a matter of, if you want to get him in a good mood, give him a cup of tea. If you
I'm gonna
want to
get
get
him.
on his good side, there needs to be something more to it, but he hasn't elaborated to that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. No. I'm smelling what he's putting down. I'm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
hammer
yeah,
on
no,
some metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He proceeds to get to work. So what are you two doing?
Cool. Right. So, is there anything you want to do before we go in there, Sasha? Or any advice?
Oh no.
Like
Oh,
where we
well.
can get tea?
There's okay. Let me tell you one thing. In a forge, there's always somewhere with refreshments. So Sasha's just gonna look around quickly to see where seems most likely to have some tea.
Okay, this will be a survival check. Because,
Cool.
That's.
yeah, I'll let you do one each. So, Rook, you can make one as well.
I'm in here now.
Oh, okay, I rolled for
But
you.
I'll
You can take the
that
17. And
There you
natural
go,
20.
20.
There we go, the moment I mentioned tea, Jamie's on it.
Yeah, I am all over that. All over it.
With the two of you being previous Forge individuals, knowing where a usual kind of break room would be, you proceed to go over to where the nearest break room would be. Inside, you find what looks to be 2 large boxes, one labeled tea, one labeled coffee, along with a series of other jars containing sugar, brown sugar, and what looks to be a kettle, and various mugs.
Right.
Okay, I get the biggest mug. I get the tea. I get the hot water, and then I have a few. I have my brewer's kit, brewer's supplies with me, so
Mhm.
I'm going to like move some of the sugar and some of the sugar and some of the tea into a small container so that he can get it to his specifications.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
So you're
Basically,
going
I'm
to.
bringing some of them with us.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. You bring
I'm
him.
gonna make myself a tea.
You're gonna make yourself a tea. Okay.
Damn right I am.
Roll me a survival check with advantage.
A survival check with advantage.
Easily
That's
enough.
18 plus 5.
It's a good cup of tea, just how you wanted it. You got the cold milk. You pour that in. Would you like a frothy tea or?
No froth. Just
Okay.
just the perfect tea.
Perfect
It's
tea.
good for me.
Okay.
Mm.
While this is
God,
going on, you've got yourself your own cup of tea. You probably got some dwarf's mug as you proceed to make your way to where you were directed towards the boss's office.
Cool.
So
Then
you have the large doors in front of you. Large, kind of like a dark oak of some kind, with like a few bits of metal embellishment just to make it look a little bit better. And down the hallway you see various things like pickaxes sticking out of bits of stone that have been perfectly cut so that it holds itself in place. Various tools, pictures, and other diagrams of mining and forging.
cool. Excellent. Right. Just before we go in, do you want to do the
Yes.
talking or shall I do the talking?
How about I start and then you go in with what you want, and then I'll help out when needed.
Cool. Thank you. Right.
Right.
Then I'm
Don't
gonna.
worry, Rook. I've got your large and hairy back.
I don't really know what to say to that. Thank you.
Excellent. Let's go.
Cool. I'm gonna bang on the door.
Okay. You hear a shout from inside. Go away!
We
Right.
brought tea.
There's a pause. Alright, come in.
In we go.
Well played.
You head inside,
Like-
carrying the cups of tea with you. One is Rook's, one is his. You bring it over. You see a black-haired or a dark black-haired dwarf, long beard, singular plait down the center of the chin. Hair that's just messed up and going absolutely everywhere. You see dark eyes just staring out from behind them as you bring in the cup of tea. All right. Who are you two?
Well, my name is Sasha Smashfist, and I'm here on behalf of my friend Rook here because he's looking for a very specific item. As I'm saying this, I've put the tea bag in. I take up the teaspoon. Well, I take up a teaspoon of sugar and like,
4.
and I do the whole tea thing whilst I'm saying this.
He stirs it and he proceeds to wait as he sits there.
And
Alright, so what is this
He's
specific item you're looking to be made? We specifically make high quality stuff for the military here, and I'm not opposed to a little bit of side business. But whoever pointed you in here probably doesn't know the protocol. So, fire away.
Cool. I am after 2 ingots of high quality metal. One of dark steel
Completely
or one
pure.
of black steel.
Pure.
Yes.
Those take quite a bit of time and work to make. This wouldn't be something I can just put my regular workers on. This would be something that'll be more specific.
Yes, that's fine.
I can set some of my best on it. It'll put a few things behind schedule, so I'll have to accommodate for that. The average
I'm
cost
willing
of
to
that kind of
compensate.
thing would be 250 for the dark steel, 300 for the black steel. But seeing as it'll put back other schedules, and I need to get things right out, and I need to make sure everything's okay. For compensation's sake, 1,000.
Deal. I
Alright.
think I've got 1,000.
Easy enough to do. When do you want them by?
As soon as you can get them done. PP, like platinum. I've got
Yes.
273. Have I got enough?
Yes, just remove 100.
Okay, cool. Right.
Oh, how do you have that? Oh, right, you're Rook and you do all the fighting things with the arena. Yeah, that makes
it's
sense.
like the rest of the party has earned a bunch of money over the course of their adventure from level 1. Rook earns more than the party in like in a month's time because he just spends the entire time in the arena fighting things
Yeah, that's fair.
and getting
Just-
sponsorships from fans.
It's honest work.
Well, what can I say?
It's not
Okay.
much, but it's honest work.
So I hand over the 1,000 and say, as soon as you can get it done.
Alright. Easy enough to do. Let's say... return back here in about 3 days. I'll have it done
Right.
by then. I've obviously got other commissions that are in the lines already. I don't want to disrupt the flow, but in 3 days it'll be done. Will you be able to
Excellent.
collect?
Excellent. Thank you.
That's well within our time period, right?
We don't know how far Orumant's Ravine, or how long it is.
Because
to
we did it
Dark
now
Ravine.
for weeks.
Okay.
So you should
I'll-
probably mention it.
I'll let him know that we are actually going into Orumant Ravine then.
You're heading
So-
in.
Yes, we
Mhm.
are.
Don't worry, we've got our ways to get out if need be, and well, we're more than confident that we won't need them.
Alright. If you're confident in that, then that's fine.
But,
I can commission it, and if you don't return within, I would say 3 weeks, I'll cut it as my own profit.
Fair enough.
Okay. That's fine.
Right.
3 weeks should be enough.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry, I didn't actually catch your name, Forge Master.
Thought you did.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I closed the wrong folder.
Also, hello, Will.
Hello, Will.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
He's quiet. He doesn't like being ignored for long periods of time. Let's see. What are they looking for again?
Forge Master
That
name.
is Forge Master's name.
Name's Tulk. Tulk Annett. He shakes your hand.
I shake his hand, quietly thinking, do I tell him I flirted with his daughter or no?
It's up to you.
Probably
Might-
no.
Might raise or lower prices, who knows?
In the bathhouse of all places.
Look. Sometimes you get some. Anyways, yeah, there's not really much to say about the bathhouse. Like, the only thing that can be said is a lot of pervy stuff. So you know, got to stay clean here.
Okay.
After all, we're all such lovely, God-fearing people.
I mean, like, one of you is.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
I'm pretty sure Sovak is fearing the Raven Queen right now.
That's fair.
No, I'm not fearing Raven Queen. I'm fearing Queglod.
You know what? To be fair, I honestly think like Queglod is more intimidating than the Raven Queen half the time.
Raven Queen has nothing on Queglod.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I don't.
Alright. So, you've made your commission. You proceed
Yep.
about the rest of whatever you'd be doing. Queglod and Sovak, were you doing anything else for the rest of the time here, or were you going to Orumant's Ravine to meet up?
Well,
Oh, Ghaakt, by the way, I have you busking outside Orumant's Ravine to the workers.
is there anywhere I can go that might be
Hell
able
yeah.
to, like, tell me about
Give me your
Uh,
money.
previous
Give me your money.
wizard cults in the area? I'm guessing there's a library somewhere in town.
Yes, there was the library that Sasha did mention.
Okay, I'm going to reattach my arms and go to the library.
Okay. Beginning to head to the library, you make your way through the street with the directions that you previously had. Make me a survival check with advantage to make sure you can get there in good time and not get lost.
Oh, if I can't do a survival check, what kind of ranger am I?
There we go, 2 19s, perfect. Even with disadvantage, you'll be fine as you charge through the city, making your way towards the library. You see what looks to be one guard standing outside of a simple archway. It's not well labelled at all. It's just a simple doorway that seems to lead underground. You
Okay.
you second guess yourself at one point, but you do know.
No, this must be it. Yes. I'm gonna go.
Or
in.
is it?
I'm gonna go in either way, because if it's not, this place is now has piqued Sovak's interest.
The guard doesn't obstruct you. As you head in through the door, you look inside. You can see a short hallway before it leads into a more expansive area where you see almost like a railing in front of you. Are you heading in?
I'm heading in.
Okay.
It's
Heading
one of the
in.
things, a library or a fighting pit.
Either way.
Ooh.
Heading in, you see torch holders on the wall as they're with some torches that are currently lit as you head into this underground location. As you travel forward and get to the edge of the metal balcony, or the metal railing of the balcony, you look over and you can see what looks to be a spiral system of where this platform seems to be ever so slightly sloping down, of a series of bookshelves, not too deep, maybe about 5 foot deep into the wall of these bookshelves, with small corridors, with several of tomes. There are some with scrolls, and you can see several individuals currently attending to the area as they're going about. I'll say with your perception, you do manage to, as you're looking around, you do see Feng rushing between various areas of this, just carrying scrolls and books, before he heads over to one of the landings just lower down and proceeds to dump them on a table and just proceeds to flick through various bits.
Okay, I'm guessing there's a desk or something with a board librarian on it.
Not necessarily at the front. There's one further down near where Feng is. This seems to be very open, but a lot of the information that's kept here isn't something that the regular populace would just go and look at.
Okay. Well, I'm going to find someone who might be able to help me. An
Okay.
attendant or whatever.
Okay. Heading down, you see the one near Feng. You also see one who seems to be making the trawl back up the outside of this ring as they proceed to travel up the outside, just slowly plodding up, carrying a large book under their arm, before they proceed to walk into one particular area just ahead of you and just reach up, standing on a stool and sliding the large book into its place. You hear a thud as it hits the back.
Okay, I'm going to go approach that one. That one seems to know what they're doing.
Okay. Before you do see currently a high elf currently just working on the various bits here. You see several dwarves as well as a mix of humans, but this one in particular is a high elf. As they do take a step down, they look at you and go,
You can see the haze of weed around him.
"Hey, no, that's Tuesday." Hello. Do you need anything? Are you looking for books, information, help?
Yes. I was looking for any potential books on local history, particularly around, like, wizard things and cults, I suppose, if that makes sense.
Make me a persuasion check.
Just a quick reminder, remember, this is a magic world. There are plenty of non-shady reasons you could be looking into that.
Why are you rolling with advantage, Sam?
Sorry.
Either
Sorry,
way,
I
I'll take the left one.
You're right. That's fair. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine, that's fair. I'll take the left one. But with persuasion, I don't have a minus to persuasion this time, guys.
Hooray!
Hey.
It's just a +0.
Oh, well.
Everything else is -1.
So, the person kind of gives you a look of, well, local history-wise, there is quite a bit here for general history. Most of it is military, so you might be able to find some in the records for any battles that may have been fought here, but otherwise there's not really much else that I could help you. In terms of magic, those are in the restricted areas below.
And I'm guessing I'm not allowed down there, am I?
Yes, for that you need a special access from one of the commanders. But if you're just looking for general military records and bits and pieces about old wars, fighting techniques, things like that, then there are some, or even just light magic, things like that. There are some areas. I can show you those areas, but you'll have to do the looking through the books yourself.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you for your help. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
They
going
sh-
to. I'm going to pick up a couple of the books she suggested, trying to act like everything is going to be fine, and I'm going to do exactly what a normal person would do.
So go over and sit with Fang.
Roll for deception.
Not deception.
I'll say roll for investigation because you are looking through the books at this point.
Yeah. And what I really want to do is investigate the entrance to the underground area. Not the
Okay.
underground, the restricted area.
Okay.
See if I can sneaky my way in.
Okay. Okay, in such a case, make me a perception check for the underground area from where you're currently sat. So it's a 6 for investigating through the books, and a...
That's a 14 plus my perception plus 2, so 16.
16. What was your investigation? 6 plus
Oh,
or minus?
my 6 plus 1, mate. There's
Plus
no
1.
minus over here.
7.
I don't
Okay.
have a minus boy this time,
Alright.
apart from the strength. Oh god. But yeah, everything's
Rolled
a
that
finesse.
natural 1 on strength check earlier, got a 0.
Everything's a finesse with me. No,
Okay.
no, I got a 6 in strength first. I got a minus 2 to my strength.
So you had a... So you had... You're telling me you had a minus 1, but then you got a natural 1, so it's a minus 6. That's the lowest roll we've had so far.
Congratulations.
I don't know, but with
You failed to success.
investigation plus 1.
Okay.
Just with strength, I suck.
Yeah. Okay. So, look, investigating through the books, there doesn't seem to be that much. It's old military records. There's not really much here. It's mostly about the garrison, the outpost, things they fought, the general creatures and the kind of the biology of the area. There's not really much to it. There is mention of like light magic, and it's kind of the suggestion of how to cast cantrips, how to start magic, that kind of thing. There's nothing great about it. However, while you're looking around and you do get a look at the door, you see what looks to be the area below is simply a metal railing going down. You can see what looks to be a ever so faint warbleness below you. Where you could usually just drop down, you get a sense that there's something in the way of whatever that may be. The singular archway with the metal door in front of it, individuals are going up with keys and unlocking it, showing various symbols. You're not sure, but on either side of the door are these large blue gems which proceed to glow. Roll me an Arcana check. This is with a +1 from your Arcana then.
Plus 1. Yep.
20.
Yeah.
These 2 crystals seem to be of anti-magic. Walking through the door will destroy any magic that enters its area, which you're not sure if that would kill you.
May kill me. Okay. This is Sovak thinking in his own head. Okay. Worst case scenario, it outright kills me. Best case scenario, it wipes away my disguise.
None of these are good options.
Not
Yeah.
a good plan. Maybe I need to get access to this restricted area.
Did someone say disguise?
You're not
I'm
there,
a
you're busking.
skeleton.
Make me be there. I gotta do something. I'm
No.
built for this,
Mate.
Chris, please.
How much makeup do you need to apply to a skeleton before it becomes...
I have a spell, you buffoon.
See, what you need
It
is...
literally destroys magic. That would be worse than useless.
Okay,
Oh, good point.
I'm just gonna say, you need a good foundation, at least. You
And
need a proper
I
foundation.
get there's
Fake
a
it.
foundation, but
Maybe
it's
some
still like
latex.
working with a big hole in the ground.
No, Harlan.
A rubber nose. I need a rubber nose.
Yeah, exactly. You need that rubber nose.
You know,
Question.
I need Tom
do you-
Cruise style rubber, not Tom, Mission Impossible style rubber face.
Yeah.
The first one to make a Michael Jackson joke gets banned from the chat.
I'm not
That
gonna go
counts.
back.
Ban him.
I'm not
No,
gonna...
know how no one cares because
No one's there.
yeah.
You don't know Sovak's making Michael Jackson jokes.
Oh man.
Dangle you over a barrier.
I can't believe you did that to those
Anyway.
gnomes.
So, while this is all happening, you're watching as Fang's just going through books like nothing. You watch as he just proceeds to open one book and then he just proceeds to flick he just proceeds to flick the page like once every half a minute. As he just seems to be scanning them, looking through various bits. As he opens up
Okay.
one of the scrolls, he just looks at it intently for about a minute and a half and then proceeds to close it and carry on.
Right. I'm gonna, because now Sovak's bored. He's figured out he can't do his sneaky beaky stuff. So
Yeah. Okay. So Fang, what you reading?
Oh, hello, Sovak.
Hello.
I'm reading up on geological reports for the Orumant Ravine, along with the architecture there.
Ah. I
Oh.
see.
What was in there? Yes. From what I found a few reports on the Dark Reap ruins. It was an old Duragar fort. I see you modifying your picture. What are you doing, Sam?
I'm deeply scared.
there we go. I figured it out.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Hello, please insert mail into my mouth.
He's making a robot.
That's not Fang.
I'm not trying to make Fang. I'm just messing around while you're talking. I'm
Okay.
listening. I promise.
Uh-huh. But yes, Dark Reap Ruins about weeks travel from here through Orumant's Ravine. The ravine itself is cursed. The ground is chaotic. From what I understand, every now and then the earth itself will start whispering and chanting. It causes various distortions and that kind of thing. Demons and undead rise from the bottom of this.
Oh.
If you're to die in Orumant's Ravine, you get back up, but not kind of like you. But
It
not.
doesn't work exactly like me.
No. Just as an undead.
Just a normal undead, no sentience. And...
Yes, but
See.
from what I understand, it looks as though there's a very small window of opportunity to stop them from raising up. This means that if one of you does go unconscious in Orumant's Ravine, you have 6 seconds to revive them before they become undead.
That's
Unconscious or dead?
Dead.
that sounds horrible.
Okay, you said
we can deal with that
unconscious.
design.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you said unconscious.
Sorry.
That was,
Dead.
Yeah.
that was a lot worse.
After you failed your
Speed
last
run.
death saving, after you failed your last death saving throw, whether that be an enemy attacking or not, once the beginning of their next round starts, they get up as an undead. So you better hope the initiative order doesn't screw with people.
It's time to I will become. Sasha turns into the worst lich in the world.
No, you
God,
wouldn't
this-
become a lich, you just become a zombie with like an AC of like 24.
God, look, me and Sasha both go down and turn undead. That's gonna be a blood fair.
Yes.
Tie wipe.
Hmm. It also mentions that there are ghosts and other specters down there that will possess or scream enough to cause cave-ins. It's a horrifying place, if I'm honest. But it's just a danger. I'm sure we'll get through it.
This is the place where the party's going, isn't it?
Yes.
What have I gotten myself into?
You should be fine. I
should have
mean,
stayed in my
you're already
cage.
undead, and I'm sure ghosts can't affect you.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Do they?
I don't know. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
You can find out later if one tries to possess you.
Oh,
Let's roll to figure out if Sovak's scared of ghosts. He's scared. No, he's not. No, he's not. I
It's a
thought it
16.
said 7. It's 16.
Yeah, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That's the song I sing.
I'm
to
also
myself.
gonna say this for canonical reasons. If you do strike a ghost with your arms, it will not take half damage from being resistant to non-magical weapons.
So I can hit ghosts at full damage with my non-magical arms.
Yes, because
Ghost
as we
slapper.
mentioned before, undead slapping each other is a hilarious image.
Oh, Chris.
No, I know
And-
what this means.
Who are you gonna call Sovak?
Hey. Alright. You find it fairly boring as he proceeds to go through the various bits about this. He finds a basic layout of where Orumant's Ravine begins, where there used to be an old trader's trail, and where it has fallen into disrepair over the last 25, 50 years.
Back in a sec, guys.
The area itself is not pleasant. There are often very, very strong gales, and the path does get very thin at times. So, yeah, Sovak is noticeably worried, but he also seems to be thinking that this is just another challenge.
I can kill them. Wait a minute. No, I can't possibly be getting like Queglod wanting to kill undead. I'm not the monster they are.
Queglod gets confused in the middle of combat, thinks you're just one of them.
I don't know what to kill.
I will say you should probably keep your disguise up.
Fails to do so.
just-
It's a
just
skeleton!
Queglod's-
Eldritch Blast!
Queglod's actual battle reactions.
Oh my god.
Also remember that like half the party are idiots.
Well, as well. I wasn't gonna
Wow.
say anything, but
But half the party
not even the
well.
characters, the
Idiots.
players mainly.
Alright, so...
Sorry guys, I love you.
That's fine. So, at this time, while you're having this conversation with Fang, Ghaakt, you're busking in the street. Bern, were you doing anything else?
I'd like to talk to Queglod.
Okay, you go and find Queglod. Queglod, what were you doing again?
She
Not a
left
whole
in
lot,
the
really.
cellar.
Meditating mostly.
Meditating. Okay, you'll find her in her room. Well, actually, no, because you said the meeting spot was at the edge of Orumant's Ravine, you're meditating next to Ghaakt, who's currently playing.
Yeah. Can I roll to see how much of if I'm getting up a crowd here? How am my busking going?
Sure, roll me a performance check.
Da-da-da. Oh, that's my performance is
Great success.
Yes.
my performance is 12.
That's a 16.
There you go.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I can never be bad. I can only be a bit off.
Or a -1.
While you are...
No, not
While you're
Oh,
performing...
wow.
Yeah, while you're performing, the dwarves and humans who are mining here, they aren't giving anything, but they are appreciating the gesture. It seems like they don't have much to give. Just as mining probably doesn't fetch a whole lot, but it's work.
Well,
It's fine. I play my music for the people.
And you do. So Bern, you
Just, slightly less good than normal music.
you rock up and you see Queglod attempting to meditate, Ghaakt performing with a fair crowd who are just appreciating it as they're preparing themselves for work to go down into the ravine. Rook and Sasha, were you heading back to there as well to meet up with them?
Yeah, I was heading there.
So that was Mary's dad. Fair enough.
Well, I'm glad you've met the father now.
What a distinguished-looking man is what I'm going to say where he can overhear at some point. Always getting good with the parents, Rook. Probably. I don't know. I'm a teenager in dwarf years.
Yeah. Okay.
How long
sound
do
advice.
Minotaurs live, by the way?
I believe it's the same with humans.
I believe it's the same or ever so slightly longer. I'll double check real quick.
Oh,
voice
not
of the
that
heavens.
long then. The voice of the heavens tells me somewhere between 80 and 100 years.
Minotaurs age at roughly the same rate as humans. Their horns grow to full size during their late teens. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. See, the voice of the heavens have answered.
Excellent.
Thank you, voice of the heavens.
Aturan.
Please, Lord, when will my voice break?
Roll me a d20, Ghaakt. Let's see if it does it now.
It already did, leave me alone.
He gets a 20. You've got a now from now on.
Can't go back then, I have the voice of an angel.
Actually, for a performer, your voice drop is probably going really.
Have you ever
ruin that
tried?
kind of thing.
Have you ever tried guttural screaming when you have a squeaky teenage voice? It's terrible. Though I think it would have made my attacks do more damage.
You might sound like an orc by then.
Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Ah!
I'm waiting for this roll.
Yeah, same.
If I don't roll, it'll never happen.
Are we?
It's up to you.
Okay.
If you
I
want
will
your
roll
voice,
well,
if you
maybe
want to
better.
roll to see if your voice cracks, you can do it. But if you don't want to, then you don't have to.
Nope.
All right.
It's a stalemate on my
Peer
in my
pressure
favor.
roll.
Peer
Peer pressure.
Roll.
I just want it to be known that my hand is over here, so if it starts rolling, it
I know.
wasn't me.
Don't worry. I see Malcolm's on top of it.
Need to hide it. Need to hide it.
What's going on? I heard my name.
Everyone, cover
Sudz.
up.
Sudz, get off of my
cover his
dice.
hand. So yeah, it's definitely him. See, he's not here.
Sam, get off my
Go,
dice.
go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
I saw one
Oh,
of yours roll as well, Sam. Sam, your voice cracks. That's a 16.
Hello, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so
Excellent.
Malcolm, are you going to buy? You're going to buy bits and pieces from
From the shop that was to the west outside of town.
Okay.
Like that.
To continue our, basically the ending of our conversation was, "Oh my God, you're a baby, Rook."
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No. Sort of. I'm 23.
Oh.
Yeah. he's not too old.
No.
So as
Sort of,
you
that's
nope, that's the
the
wrong
right.
one. So Malcolm, as you head outside the city, traveling towards the shaman hut, that is quite a ways out of town. It's about half an hour's walk. As you're proceeding to make your way, you see off in the distance as you're traveling with your companions, of Orem and B, as well as Featherwing. You look out in the distance and you can see what looks to be a cream and brown teepee, currently set up in the middle of just a field. You see a very simple stone wall around the outside, various herbs growing, various vegetables growing, and you see a little bit of smoke rising from a small from the central bit of the teepee. As you're looking, you see what looks to be a elderly halfling lady just walks out, grabs a few bits and pieces, and then shuffles back in.
I continue making my way towards it.
Making
I
your way,
believe this is the place.
Okay.
Maybe.
making your way towards it, you see a sign outside that's called Post Poison.
Perfect name.
As you approach, does she notice the clanking? Yes, she does. She notices the clanking Orem and the strange figure moving towards. As she looks over, and she looks over at you. There's a smile, and you watch as she takes a few things inside, and comes back out without her apron on. She's wearing a fairly usual, like more of a summery dress or gown, even though it's quite cold outside. Wearing what looks to be a fur shawl. With what looks to be the bare head of the furs for this, that comes up as a hood. As she shuffles towards you. How can I help you?
Hello there. I was coming by to see if I could purchase some supplies.
What kinds of supplies are you looking for, my dear?
I am looking for some incense, sulfur and phosphorus, and some sand.
Well, if you're looking for sand, you'll find plenty of that in town. If you're looking for incense, I have plenty of that. Sulfur or phosphorus you'll need to find at the blacksmiths. in town, but I can do incense. How much are you looking for?
I don't know how much I'm looking for.
It hasn't got an MGP cost, so you could buy the cheap ass stuff.
Just something cheap, not much.
Well, I can do 10 incense sticks for 2 copper pieces.
Ooh. You've really ruined the economy here.
Incense
That's
sticks.
Two copper?
No, these incense
That's the
sticks aren't
opposite
worth
sense.
that much. They're not even the ones you'd use for like a spa day when you just sit in the bathtub. These are ones you would use when you've run out of things to use to make the house smell good.
Oh no, come on, get something nicer, Malcolm.
You're not there.
Okay, that's
The voice in your head.
I'm his conscience.
I mean, I could blow money on this, but I don't
No,
want to.
I'm his sense of style.
Okay, so you're taking 2 copper pieces worth of incense.
Yeah.
So you have 10 incense sticks. Alright,
I know, I'm playing cheap.
it's fine.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to get that sulfur, phosphorus.
Not here, no. But if in the blacksmiths there should be.
Even there, I might not be able to get it.
Oh, well, that's all I can offer, I'm afraid.
I've seen how people look at me in this town.
Well, you can always try. And she gives you a smile. She pats you on the knee, as she's not very tall.
My
That
poor
tickles.
knee! She broke my knee!
Careful, he's ticklish there. He might kick you.
Yeah, rolls just.
Oh my god.
All for
He
elite
goes flying
reflex.
across the store.
If you're
Bloody
looking
demon
for
born
other,
kicking
if
our
you're-
little old ladies.
If you're looking for other things, we do have healing potions, as well as other salves and remedies.
We might actually need more healing.
Yes. Healing.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I didn't think about it. What kind of healing potions do you have?
Well, I have plenty of regular healing potions. I always keep a stock. I have some greater healing potions, as well as some superior.
How much are superior healing potions again?
2,500 each.
They're really.
They're 8d4 plus 8, though.
There's a reason they're superior.
There's a reason they're superior, yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy one superior potion.
Okay, so 2,500 for a superior healing potion, which is 8d4 plus 8.
Wait.
He's being cheap and stingy on the sticks, but then buys the most expensive potion.
Whack, I'm not poor. Psych.
Chris,
I'm a king. I
you've
have all
seen
the money in the wastelands.
You've seen like the slime anime, right?
Yes.
All of the regular potions are all just like diluted superior potions.
Yup, that is exactly how it
It
works.
actually costs them like nothing to make it, so it's pure profit.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
So let's see, that takes that down to 3.
Yeah, so it's
Fucking gold do you guys have?
Well, I did have like 3k on me.
Oh yeah, did you add the 400 to your bag of holding?
Oh, no, I didn't. I will add that now.
Yeah, I
it-
slipped in 400
which one was
coins
it?
while we were in the tavern.
Which one was it? Was it 400
yeah, you
gold or
did, didn't
40
you?
platinum?
40 plat. It's easier.
40 plat, yeah.
It's easy to
Alright.
slip in. 400 coins is like... it's like, just trying to spike someone's drink while they're drinking it. It's not easy.
Using a barrel.
Exactly.
And how
Squishing
much
it up against their
were
cheek.
greater potions?
Greater
250?
healing potions were 250 each.
250.
Yeah, it goes 50, 250, 2,500, and then for Supreme it's
25,000?
25,000, yeah.
Lucky.
Those are 10d4 plus 20 though, so
Alright, hold up.
pretty good.
Alright, superiors.
Superior is 8d4 plus 4, or plus 8, sorry.
8d4
4 plus 8.
plus 8. And I will be buying a greater as
Okay.
well.
Which is 4d4 plus 4. Okay. Thank you, dear. Hopefully you won't need to use them.
Might have to. My group and I are heading into Orumant Ravine.
Oh dear. Well,
Perfect.
Mark one off. That's not a
exactly
customer
how
getting
you
back.
scare somebody.
well, best of luck.
Malcolm just starts making his way back towards.
I should have squeezed in for what he was
I
worth.
like to.
Oh, well.
I like to imagine her face is just like, oh, that poor tiefling. Oh boy.
So, you head back into town with the potions, meeting up with the rest of them. Sovak and Fang are the only ones who are separate from the party at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you really need them?
Yeah,
Um,
Fang do
Queglod
really
and
need
Sasha.
them.
I don't think Sovak was ever told where he was supposed to be going.
Yeah, you were.
It was mentioned in.
You mentioned me.
Yes. You said there were going to be fiends and demons down there, correct?
Yes.
Ooh, demons. I'm gonna punch them. That's correct, like fiends?
Well, technically, all demons are fiends, but not all fiends are demons.
I'm gonna punch them all in the face. I believe you two can learn a spell that might be useful.
Oh?
What an Arcana check, Bern.
What spell is it? And how would you know about it?
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check, mister. Alright, fair enough.
I believe it protects you from evil kinds of monsters.
Oh, the first
Do you
level
mean
spell.
protection from good and evil, or something like that, or?
Yes, I believe that it.
Technically, it's evil and good, but, you know.
Yes.
Look, we all know that it's good and evil, not evil and good. It just doesn't sound right, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's protection from good and evil. Yeah. It protects you from aberrations,
If you
celestials,
could-
elementals, fae,
Yes,
fiends,
it
and undead.
wouldn't be very useful if there are any of those.
Or, and hear me out here, a secondary plan. We hit them really hard until they go away or die.
Oh, I'm very much game for
Doesn't your
that.
mace do more damage versus...
It
Um,
does
fiends?
against fiends and undead, the two things we're most likely to find.
It's as if it was made for this moment.
I know!
There we go. There's my disconnect.
Wonderful.
Also, it's a concentration and it's only on one willing creature. Now, if there's a version of it that's like a big AoE, that'd be great. Oh, there is. It's called Hallow. Forbidden and various other things.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
Still would
Queglod,
be useful.
Ooh, now this one is better. Dispel evil and good.
Good to know. Anyway, while you're reminiscing about your spells, Sovak, you're in the library with Fang as he finishes up looking through. He closes the books. He goes, we should probably get going and meet the others. I'm just gonna put these back. You go and meet them by the ravine, okay?
Yes, okay. I'll go. I suppose.
You watch as he quickly goes about and puts all the books back. He goes over to the librarian, gives them a nod, and then passes them 2 gold and rushes off after you.
Okay. I'm gonna let him catch up to me. And ask him,
Hey, Fang, can you get into that restricted area in the library?
I mean, I'm not allowed, so no, not really.
Ah, okay. Do you know
Chris,
how to?
Probably a key.
No shit, Sherlock.
Well, you're a skeleton. You've got skeleton key. Pick the lock.
Oh, come on, Sam. Oh, anti-magic. That's why. That's why I didn't.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like, I thought of this, and then I forgot, and now I thought of it again. Now I realise why I forgot.
Also, refresh my memory. Isn't that literally a divinity?
It is, but I'm
Yeah.
allowing him the special rule so that he can make that reference.
Wait, what's this?
However, if he
Okay.
fails, he loses his finger. So,
But
That
don't
seems like a
worry,
fair
I've
trade.
got
so he's only got 10
Nine
thieves'
more.
tools on him.
Perfect.
I am proficient in most things bone-related. And yes, that is how you think it's meant to be.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'm gonna make the others.
Alright. I just need to quickly post this.
Discord. Wow.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Yep.
Is it weird that that has all the staging of like a bowling alley strike animation?
Alright, anyway. As the rest of you all catch up, you are now standing at the edge of Orumant's Ravine. And you can see there are several miners who have currently gone down what looks to be a slight staircase, each of them with a climber's kit attached to their back. It seems they free rappel down into the ravine here. You also see several guards armed with crossbows and what looks to be 2 ballistae near the entrance of the walls here, looking into the ravine itself.
Wow.
We should probably ask if they have any spare.
Blister. Oh,
No,
like that.
climbing kits.
Oh.
Yes, do they have any spare dwarves?
What to climb with?
Now,
Do
remind
they have any
me.
spare ravines?
No, I
Carry
want
me.
them to carry us down, yes.
Oh, God,
Mine-
yeah, you can carry me.
Did we actually get hired for this mission?
No.
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 Why are we doing this?
Because we're good people.
Lies.
Loot. Loot.
Wasn't it
It's for
for-
loot.
There's no guarantee of that.
It's been a long time. I will refresh your memory. I believe it's because I believe either Sasha or Queglod brought up that they think this might be the location
It was me,
of
actually.
oh, it was you.
Yeah.
Of the I want to say the Cosmic Strikers or the something like that.
Comet
Pretty sure
strikers.
Comet
Pretty sure it's
Strikers.
Cos-
Yeah.
Strikers.
Yeah, Comet Strikers, which for those
I
of you who
still
don't
don't know
remember
what those are.
is one of the divine artifacts.
Bam.
Yeah.
Divine.
Yeah, I know they're doing others. I still don't know
Brian,
what they
no.
actually are. I want to say they're like a flail or something.
Bye, Infernal.
Oh,
Just
fine,
knuckle
fine.
busters.
I can't join Tabletop without leaving Discord first.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Have fun.
I'm gonna need to be back like 2 minutes from Discord.
Okay.
We miss you already.
So, was there anything you guys were gonna do? In
No, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I'd be
Yep.
happy to take another long rest before we do this, but yeah, let's go.
why would you need
Why?
another long rest?
It's not like we did any spells or anything.
Because I used up all my hit dice, so I only got half of them back.
Well,
Oh.
are the rest of you moving on, or? you
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
I'm good to
I'm
go.
sick of being stuck in this corner. Someone please get me.
I'm good to go.
Place we need to get to anyway.
Ghaakt requires help.
Ghaakt has 1 pity copper piece.
I feel
Wait.
bad, so I gave it back to them. These people have nothing.
Are you still playing?
I'm working
yeah.
my fingers to the bone.
Hey! We take offense to that statement, probably.
Says the
No,
fully
you
fleshed.
don't.
Says the fully fleshed elf.
Sasha,
Well,
go ask
I
them
found
if
out
you want.
various things about the ravine. If we end up staying here another day, I could look more things up. Or we can get going now and I'm ready to go.
I am good to go. But whatever's the greatest good, I'm quite flexible.
I'm perfectly happy to move on, but if there's any information in particular time to reset.
You cut out a bit then, Simon.
Oh,
The
sorry.
sooner I can hit stuff, the
Um,
better.
If you were to take an search, what kinds of things would you expect to find out?
I'd be able to find out. I'd be able to read up on some of the battle reports and the like the combat logs regarding fights against the various undead and demons here.
Hmm.
It could be useful for the future, but there isn't much information on the Darkroot Ruins. It's only on the Orumant Ravine and what's attacked the city or the outpost here.
Yeah. I'm good to go, war stay. I mean, whatever. I'm ready.
Adventure.
All right, voting for go.
Go.
Aye.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to
Go after I hand some things to a couple people.
Okay.
If
So
you've got
Sash.
all this stuff, that's good.
All right, so Sasha, looks like everyone's going. What are you handing around?
I am going to go up to Rook and Sasha and hand the superior healing potion to Rook and the greater to Sasha.
Ooh. Thanking you very much.
Thank you. S-U-R.
Okay, so the
How do
superior
you
goes
spell
to Rook.
superior?
Superior.
How much does a greater healing potion do? It's 44 plus 4, right? Or 8? No, 44 plus 8. I don't
44
remember.
plus 4. Yeah.
P-O-T-I-O-N. And
yours
does that
and
do?
Rook, yours is 8d4 plus 8 healing.
8d4 plus 8
Okay.
healing. Thank you, good sir.
Thanking you.
Okay.
Do we need to pay you back for this, or?
Well, you can pay back half.
All right. Once we get back, because if we die, we die. So,
True.
They die. Okay.
Not
Making your way
necessarily.
now into Orumant's Ravine. The area here for the rock goes from a natural grey of a more of a granite-like stone of the previous kind of crater almost that you were in, the recess where you were. The rushing of the water travelling down the outside, carving through a portion of Orumant's Ravine on this end. You can see miners proceeding to work and the pathway leading to the right and carrying on almost like a trade path. The stone goes from that grey into more of a orangey red. The stone on the walls is still more grey than orange, but the actual coloration of what you're walking on looks just completely orange where you walk, almost like desert dust or sand.
or like Sasha's hair.
That too. To the left of you, looking down, you can see the ravine where it just goes off at a sheer angle, going straight down. If any of you are afraid of heights, this is a way to trigger it, because you don't see the bottom, and it just keeps on going.
Good thing I don't have eyes.
It doesn't stop you from seeing.
How do I see?
You should get eyes, then I could throw them down the ravine and you could tell us how far down it is. Let's take his head off and throw it down the ravine and then he can tell us how far down it is.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Well, except for the part where your skull smashes into a billion pieces, but you know.
We could
I've
lower
seen
it
no
on a
downside.
rope.
We can mend that back together.
If you can get it back.
Okay, can we stop talking about throwing my head down a hole? Yes, it
No,
does
it's
come
funny.
off, but I don't get to throw it at things. Most likely my body will just start chasing after me.
Well, then we could just throw the entire body down.
Wow!
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
would
Let's
expect
think
this
about
from
this. Let's think about
Queglod,
this.
but from you lot.
No. See,
I'm so
Sovak. You've got to understand.
You just go, I'm so proud.
Been drinking a lot of tap water.
You see, what's important is you're a skeleton, and
Yes.
that means you're lighter than the average flesh person. So, I'm thinking we fashion a makeshift parachute and strap you into it.
Don't kick me off the edge of a cliff.
All right, what if we push you instead?
Don't push me off a cliff.
Drop.
Is there no other way to go?
What if we pull you off a cliff?
You know what? You know what? Fuck it, fine. Chris, can I take my head off?
No.
You can.
No. I was joking.
Don't
Sasha's
throw it.
like
Oh my
immediately
god.
very sorry.
By the way, I still look like a normal elf.
You do.
This will probably be massively traumatizing for everyone.
It is.
Now, remember, your glasses are on your face. So, when you take
So
off
the
your
rest, you see an elf head being held up, and the rest of the body just turns to a skeleton in front of you.
So, how are you?
I vote we don't do this in front of the ballistas.
You've moved on. You've began moving through the ravine. I'll say that you aren't within shooting distance.
Oh, thank God. This head pops off next thing we know there's just a ballista just left.
I've got the image of right by the ballista. There's just a guy with like some binoculars or a telescope or just something, just looking in, just sort of lowering his glasses down. Just going, I need to drink a lot less. So realistically, I have helped save a man from alcoholism.
Maybe. Either way, I assume you guys are moving through the first day into head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you doing anything, Sovak, with your head?
Putting it back on my body.
Oh.
So
Alright.
boring.
As you're moving through the ravine, what stance are you lot taking? As well as a marching order here.
I'm thinking your average power stance.
Alright, so you're sprinting.
Yeah,
Got
we're
it.
T-posing.
Tipo.
The ultimate stance.
Just all
Nothing will stand.
lined up lengthways.
Right. Just what's your marching order and how are you guys moving about?
Put me in the front because I'm very good at being hit.
I'd like to be
Yeah, likewise.
near
Is
the
it
So-
single file or double file?
It's double file at the moment.
No,
Alright.
double file. Right.
So Sasha and Rook in the front.
I'll be behind Rook.
Hmm.
Well, looks like that space has been taken by Bern, so you're behind Sasha.
You jerk! That's my spot!
Now I have
Now,
to reach-
who's
now I
on
have
the
to reach between
inside?
you-
Who's on the inside, or who's closer to the edge of the wall, or the edge of
Which
the,
side is the edge of the wall?
the sheer?
Uh,
The sheer, the wall is where Sovak's currently moving his mouse, and the
Alright,
sheer
so
drop
it's down here.
is on the.
Alright, so yeah, that's good.
So
Queglod, you be on that
probably the
side, because if you
people
fall, you can turn into a
alive should
bird.
Yeah,
be able
just turn
to
into a
should
bird
be on
and fly
that
like
side.
I mean, I could also go up front. Just saying. No? Okay. Oh, no one wants to walk next to Sovak.
And yeah, also Malcolm, you should be you should be on that side too, because you can also turn into a bird. So basically, anyone who can turn into a bird should be on that side.
Yeah, I think me and Sasha should switch places.
If Sasha starts going, I'll just grab her.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to, I'm game. But
I mean, you can't fly, so
that's true.
Oh, look at
Well,
that. Right behind me again.
Don't worry, she can
bored.
hit people through your knees,
Rude.
or you could just strike from above.
Yeah, alright, we'll do this.
Okay. So,
I like you taking the damage.
how are you proceeding through this? Are you running? Are you taking it careful? Are you trying to remain quiet?
Well, I mean, I think Quiet's gonna have gone out the window with an argument about, skeleton ripping his head off. So, just normal walk?
yeah, normal walk. Let's do a normal walk.
Normal walk. Okay.
looking out for traps.
Okay, make an
Oh, that
investigation
one is
check then, please,
absolutely
Bern.
nuts.
If I can zoom out slowly but surely with my mouse pad. My mouse pad. Touchpad.
19. Okay. Looking along this path, it's a rough and long forgotten path. You can see bits of rubble where various rocks have fallen down at various times, bits of the path that have shattered away as bits of the rock have just fallen inwards. You can see the area in front of you is mostly stable. You don't notice anything which does catch you off guard today of something that could be particularly dangerous as you are travelling. While you're moving on, the area around you proceeds to wind slightly to the right as you see it get a bit thinner in this particular area before it begins to expand again further up. At this point it's starting to get dark, and where the sun's falling, you probably guess it probably isn't anywhere past 5 PM. But as you're quite deep in the ravine, the sun is hitting against the wall on your side, as you're on the right-hand side of the ravine, but it's quickly disappearing.
Right.
Do we light up our various light things, or do we try and get through in the dark?
It's up to you. If everybody
mean,
has
we-
dark vision, then it should be fine, but...
I have dark
Everybody,
vision and lights.
I believe
Everyone except
everybody-
Rook.
Does Rook
I
have?
have goggles and night vision.
I believe
Oh,
everybody except for Fang has.
I believe everyone
except
has.
for Fan.
Wait, oh, thank God I do have dark vision.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Fang.
Queglod, regarding your Devil's Sight. I'm not sure if you saw the message I sent you a while ago.
Yes,
I
okay.
reread it. You can
See.
see color in your dark vision because it says you can see
Yes.
as normal.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, in any kind of dark,
Mhm.
which is pretty neat.
I mean, seeing as normal means it's also not dim light, so you just have 120-foot vision of unobscured darkness sight.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Turns out Warlock is really a good class.
Yeah.
Like having.
even though you have 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you guys doing about this then? The fact that it's getting darker? You were you lighting things up, or were you just staying in your darkness?
I mean, I could light some stuff up. I've got my orbs.
Let's just have some light. I mean, point in walking in dimness. There's nothing really
I know,
around, is there?
dimness is fun. I spent many years in dimness.
It's true. I don't want to fall off the
Fair.
edge.
I don't
And
think
Fang
it's stand
can't
much
see.
of a chance. In
That
terms
would
of
be good.
stealth,
Yes,
anyway.
I can't really see. Which reminds me, where's his token?
We should probably light up the edge so no one falls over.
We'll be fine.
That's what we need to do. Ben can't fly.
What if I just? What do you want me to just light up my light?
I mean, if we want light, then
Yes,
No,
yes,
I
I know.
believe
I
dancing
guess.
light should be the best. They can follow us on the edge.
I'm so confused. Right. Well,
Alright, so who's casting what spells here?
Well, I'm gonna be casting my cantrip for dancing lights.
Okay.
Phew, and I'll have them surround the group in a perimeter.
Okay. Seeing as you have a wall on one side, are you putting them on that side as well, or are you just covering the exposed sides?
I'll have it sort of like around here.
So around the edge, yeah.
Yes.
So around the edge. Alright, cool.
We can see the edge, so it doesn't
Giving us a
fall.
big hug against the wall.
Okay. Anybody else?
No.
I say Lumos.
Okay. With that, Fang can see. As the globes of dancing light are only dim light, it doesn't help Fang see that much, but with Lumos from the drift globe as it floats there just in front of you, you can see the path before you, unless it is. It's starting to become night at this point.
Back in a sec, guys.
Okay.
It's starting to become night. Are you pressing on? Are you resting?
is there a good place to rest?
Yeah,
Are we
just
still on
say-
the edge?
Yeah, you're currently on just a sheer edge.
Yeah.
Then we gotta
Is
keep
there
going.
any like cave or anything in the distance?
No.
We can make one.
We could.
Yeah. Good.
Do we want to stop here or try to keep going?
Maybe continue on for a little bit. Maybe we'll find a cave.
Yeah, continue on for a
Yeah,
short
we
time.
don't
Yeah.
need to stop yet.
Okay. Proceeding on for a little ways. Looking about. Make me a survival check, and one person make me a perception, one person make a survival.
I'll do
you
a
must be-
survival.
Okay. And out of Malcom, out of Queglod, Malcom, Bern, or Sasha can make the.
13
check.
plus 5.
Okay.
I don't want to make. I can't make a perception check.
Go, Sasha, make it.
You can't make a perception check?
Well, I say can't because mine's not the best out of the ones mentioned.
Okay.
The better. Who-
Go, Sasha. Roll.
Alright, Sasha with her +4 is going to roll. Yeah, you had the best out of everybody there, Infernal.
I thought somebody had better.
Yeah, Elzian. Guess where he is? In Bostelin.
Damn it, Elvian!
Yes.
Oi.
Hello.
So, 14. As Sasha's looking out across this area, looking forward, as you're making a survival check to look for a cave, you don't, from what you're seeing, Rook, there doesn't seem to be any natural caverns here. This is a trade route. It is sheer. You probably imagine that people probably slept on the edge of this overnight. It's a flat surface, as it's an old trader's route, but make one wrong roll during the night and you fall off.
Unfortunately, my orb doesn't stop you from rolling
Falling.
out of it.
No.
While you're having this conversation,
For a slightly bigger man.
Sasha looks out across the distance, and Queglod, I'm saying you see it too because of your devil's sight. You see two blue figures begin to rise out of the ravine below. Just a little ways ahead of you, the two of them are rising up.
Okay, one, stay calm. Don't react. We have
Don't react to what?
I'm very scared. He's gone silent.
Okay, I'll just like
Ghosts have got him.
I'll gesture over to not like point, but just like sort of motion over in the direction these figures.
Takes luck.
Okay.
Two.
You see the two forms rising up, one of which is wearing... They are very... Actually, make me a perception check for everybody who's watching, other than Sasha, who's already rolled.
Roll one for me.
Okay.
My tabletop.
Bern, you got a natural 5.
Oh, I don't see shit.
Okay. Queglod, you see it.
Nope.
Malcom,
16.
16. Rook?
No.
Nope.
Oh, 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was looking the opposite direction. Well, I was too busy looking for a cave to...
Yeah, you're busy looking for a cave. Yeah. And Sovak?
15 plus perception, yeah. Plus 2.
Plus 2, 17.
17.
Okay, so, I think, what did you get, Ghaakt?
Thought you already said certain people were rolling.
Oh no, everybody other than Sasha. For this.
I got a 16.
Okay.
And this is perception.
Everybody other than Rook, you're looking over and you see what look to be two forms floating upwards in the middle of the ravine space here. They are
That's cute.
translucent as they begin to float up with what looks to be more of a reddish core or center as they begin to float up as they proceed to look around. One of them is more well armored in whatever spectral armor they wear, with a large shield at the side and a sword as they're kind of looking around. The two of them are floating. you notice the other way, Queglod, with your extremely high perception check, 2 more back the way you came, floating up as well.
Okay, they're moving in behind. Well, we're going to be surrounded.
What are moving in behind?
Do they know we're here?
You go. As you kind of look and you say that, Bern, you watch as they do proceed to slowly drift towards you, both groups. You weren't moving stealthily, and you proceeded to press on, so it seems they have noticed you. At this point, they are a little ways out, but this is a roll initiative moment.
Okay, I guess that's a yes then.
Excellent. I don't even know what I'm rolling for. I'm still looking for a cave.
Alright, so rolling for the initiative here. We've got
Oh.
Bern on the edge.
Oh.
11.
What did you roll for me?
I haven't rolled for you yet.
Oh.
B and we got Felipe there. Yeah, this is not a good place to stand by any means. As you are currently very pressed in.
Oh dear.
Alright. Let me quickly get my tiles ready for this.
I'm back. Are we dying yet?
We're fighting.
We are
No.
in
Yes.
the process of getting died.
Okay, what are we getting murdered by?
Ghosts, I think. Oh.
Boo.
We're getting murdered by the edge.
Okay.
Ooh.
You
I didn't know
see-
Sonic the Hedge. I didn't know Shadow the Hedgehog was here.
You see 2 of these floating towards you,
Hello,
and from the
ghost.
back as well.
Also, I don't know if I've actually seen Fang.
Have you
Is that
seen
you?
Fang? Oh, on his tile.
His tile. Is that new or probably set?
Yeah, it was added last night.
It's very cool.
Nice.
All right.
What are these things coming at us?
Ghosts, maybe.
Ghosts. Okay.
Is there anything I should know about ghosts?
Don't let
They're
them get close
they're
to
ghosts.
Don't let them get close to me. Okay, why? Are these the things that can possess people?
you. Maybe.
Oh no.
This is gonna
How
suck.
many of you can fly?
Everyone on the edge can
Just
fly.
double checking. You did say that if my arms are attacking them, they don't get the resistance to.
They don't get
non-magical.
resistance. If they naturally have immunity to it, then I'm going to say that that you'll still do half damage because of the non-magical nature of it. But for the purpose of if it was resistance, then you would still be fine from it. Which I believe does encompass some spirits. I can't remember which, but some.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. So, once I have dropped off the data that I need for these guys in here, no Lethage, you will not be brought back just yet. Get rid of those, I don't need that. Alright. So, we have... I can add Sovak to the list now. Elsian doesn't need to be there anymore.
Yay.
Alright,
Right,
so...
I did blank out for a bit, but have we rolled initiative yet?
yes.
Sorry,
That's fine. I still need to roll for my guys.
I rolled 19.
Did you roll for Sasha or is Sasha rolling?
24.
Sasha's rolling still.
I rolled a 15.
Sure.
8.
For me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so... 25 to 20.
What did you roll for me?
Oh, right. 14.
You said 25 to 20.
25 to 20?
I got 21.
Okay.
I guess Sam's not paying attention. He said he got 24.
Yes, I got 20. I did say 24.
24.
Sorry, I
Okay,
wasn't
20 to
I'm
15.
sorry, I don't look at paints.
Me, I got 15.
16.
15 and 16 on Queglod. 15 to 10.
Me, I got
13.
11 on Rook. 13 on Bern. Sasha?
8.
8. All right, let's see what these guys have.
OP Sasha.
Mhm.
Sasha coming through, last on initiative.
As
Two,
always.
two.
Know it.
Oh, I should probably put Rook's initiative incorrectly. Instead of 1, I need to put 11.
Yeah, that'd be quite.
You know
nice.
what they say, save the best to last.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's a terrible idea. If you do that in war, then you just get more casualties than are needed.
That's fine.
Maybe that's the point, Sam. It's the Imperial Guard stratagem.
Culling.
Imperial Guard strategy is
I
bombard
think I
them
know
with
why
artillery.
you lose
Oh,
every
oh,
time now,
man.
Sam.
Bombard them harder.
Okay, and
If all else
you...
fails, Exterminatus.
No,
Exterminatus.
Exterminatus is only for very, very rare cases. They don't instantly jump to it like you think they do.
But do they occasionally jump the gun a little?
Yes.
Maybe. But once you get one Tyranid on the world, it's just worth bombing the whole thing just to make sure.
It's fair. Tyranids are very dangerous.
And multiply like rabbits. But they put rabbits to shame.
Yeah. You need 2 rabbits to multiply.
Whereas Gene Stealer only needs 1.
That's a scary thing, that's true.
So, going through the initiative order, we begin with Sovak. You are going
Yeah.
first in this situation, as you see below you, currently floating on the level with you, floating towards you through the air, are these wraiths of some form moving towards you.
Okay, well... how many squares are they away from me? I think that's 9 squares away. Perfect.
This is when the ruler comes in handy. Because each tile is 1. So as long as it's in a straight line, this guy is 8 away from you.
Is that
Or
cool?
no, it's 5, 10.
Remind me, how does a cone work again? Just what sort of shape would it be?
A cone?
If I was projecting it out,
How large? 30 foot?
60.
60 foot cone.
I've got a plan. It's not a good plan, but it's...
Oh, fuck.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, baby.
Like that.
Because this is literally the only way I could damage them by throwing my arms, and I think my arm was just like...
Do
would fall
you want to try and do the diagonal of bad choices, or no?
What? Try and do the...
Or that.
Oh, I can get...
Oh, that's a good point. These two aren't actually on squares. Let's move them further away.
Okay,
So just shuffle back a bit.
Feng, get out of my fucking way!
Sorry. You can move through his time if you want.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
You're gonna swap places with Feng. Just shove him into a corner.
Fuck off, Feng! I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I was angry.
Doing that?
Okay. I'm just double checking. Actually,
Does it hit
I just
everything
remembered-
within the cone?
I've
'Cause
just remembered that this would hit party members. So what I plan to do requires Queglod. Oh wait, no, this could end my Queglod problem.
But also, if it doesn't end your Queglod problem, it makes your
I've got a
Queglod problem
bigger
so
Queglod
much worse.
Okay, I literally can't do anything. I don't know ranging
Oh
without
my
ranged
God.
weapons. What the fuck's wrong with me? I actually can't do anything. Fuck, I didn't bother to write down what Hunter's Mark was.
Provide the help action to someone.
If there's any consolation, I can't do
help
anything
my
either.
boy Queggles. My boy. My boy
McAll.
Remove the cone, Chris. The cone is a good idea, just not yet. I think
It's
you know
too
what I
big a
want to...
temptation.
It is. Right now
Don't-
it is. I mean, if I could do it from there, that would be perfect, but I can't.
Hit just the party.
I think 4d8 damage to the entire party would be a bit redundant.
Kill Feng instantly.
Oh, sorry, I tell like 3d8, but still.
I think I have an even better idea.
Sickening radiance yourselves.
Yes.
You're just trying hard to kill us. Jeez. Ghost
Don't
body
get us to kill us.
blanket.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's a terrible idea. I just thought that maybe that might.
What would you like to do, Sovak? You've moved 5. I'm going to say you've moved 10 feet because you shoved Fang out of the way.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do.
By
Ooh, disappeared.
What? Nothing works. No.
by Infernal.
Wait. Oh no, that doesn't work either. That requires the ground. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna provide help to Queglod. I don't know how I'm gonna help, but I'm gonna do it.
Just steady, hurry.
I could act as a bipod for Queglod's
God.
Eldritch Blast.
Just to rearrange him into a tripod to steady your aim.
What happens is that my
If you
hands
wanted,
just-
if you wanted to give the assist action so that Queglod has advantage on her first attack, you could.
Yes, that I will, because it's the only thing I can do
Yeah.
without attacking members of the party.
Describe to me how you give advantage to Queglod.
Okay, right. Okay, just quickly, Queglod, how would be the best way for you to get help? I'm guessing you get an Eldritch Blast. Do you need a bipod?
I'm
I
gonna
can do that.
shoot. Mostly, I'd need him to just like stay still.
Just stay out the way.
This is the assist action, so this is something you do while you're within 5 foot of Queglod. So
Yes.
being a bipod to steady the Eldritch Blast would work.
Yeah, effectively, I'm going to pop my arms off and arrange them in such a way that you have a steady shooting platform. The hands are going to be on the bottom, and you're going to use like my shoulders to act as like your little mount.
This
And
is
it will track
perfect.
round with you.
This is perfect.
Do like your hands as binoculars.
No.
Like-
Here's the bit. No, actually, wait. I'm getting it so my arms are arranged, so they're sort of resting on one of my hands, and that's the one that's tracking around on the floor where you want to move your arm. And then the other hand is just it's just shifted in a way where the thumb and the first and second finger are being used as iron sights.
Okay.
You know what? I can kind of imagine that.
Okay. In such a case, you have given Queglod assistance as your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to do, or?
Don't have anything, Chris.
Okay. Queglod, you will have advantage on your first action,
Yeah.
I need a magic bow.
which does mean that you will get advantage on both shots from your Eldritch Blast.
Woo, that's good.
Yeah. The help action isn't used nearly enough. It's very useful.
It's literally the only thing I can do right now.
Yeah.
I've got no ranged weapons. I'm a ranger without range.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Malcolm.
Malcolm's going to burn a little bit of incense and use Conjure Elemental to conjure Wind Elemental.
Okay. Air Elemental.
Yep.
I do have tiles for this. So, Wind Elemental, where does it spawn?
It should just spawn within 30 feet of me.
Where would you
Thank-
like it? Remember to hold.
It
remember to
doesn't
hold
really
tab and
matter.
just do that.
Doesn't really matter where it goes because it's got 90 feet movement.
Okay.
So it can just be anywhere because it's gonna go straight to these two and engulf them.
Okay. So, you are now concentrating.
Yeah.
Do note, if you lose concentration, it doesn't go away. You just lose control of it.
And it doesn't like being summoned that much.
Correct.
Oh my
This is
god.
going well.
So, you spend your
I
action
have-
to conjure an air elemental.
You ain't never had a friend like me. Yeah.
So it's
Yup.
gonna move up.
And it's gonna whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Yep.
It's him, Robin Williams.
Come here. Why are you at the bottom? Alright, because I was looking through the DMG for cool magic items.
I need some strength saves.
I'm
Please.
getting to the stats.
Jeez, Malcolm, is there anything you can't do?
He's using a really strong wind elemental while we're precariously on the edge of this cliff.
Okay. Air elemental.
The perfect thing for this situation.
And it's using Whirlwind. Each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 13 strength save. On a failed, the target takes that much damage and is flung up 20 feet away from the elemental in a random direction. I'm knocked prone.
Which they're immune to
Which they're
prone,
immune.
but they can still be flung 20 feet. And
Yeah,
they
that
can
is correct. So, the captain. Do you have anything against this? Nope, not yet. That is a failure on the commander's side, and that is a failure on the regular warrior's side.
I'm just gonna borrow these.
Oh, rolling the damage, right?
12, 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 14 bludgeoning damage, you said?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
And need some way to just tell which way they go.
Roll me a d8, and it will go down 1, 2, 3 in clockwise motion.
All right.
Please refrain from knocking them off the edge of the map, please.
6.
6. That knocks them in this direction. How much was it? 20 feet.
20 feet. Yes.
Actually, roll independently. So this guy goes 20 feet this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
5.
And this guy goes in this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20. The air elemental's currently there.
And then the air elemental's going after this guy.
Okay. And it's used its whirlwind for the turn.
Yep.
Alright. And that ends the air elemental's turn. Or, yeah. So that would be at the end of your turn. So, are your companions doing anything else?
I wanted to check something with B real quick. Come on. I'm trying to... Waiting for it to load, but it's taking forever for some reason.
By the way, your air elemental acts the same way as your other things do, so it takes a command and it does the stuff on its own as well.
Yeah.
So I'll deal with that when it gets to its turn. Measure from the corner, and then just go to the opposite side of it.
In
a straight line
I
like
think I'm gonna have... Well, Orm can't do anything, and I'm gonna have B wait over here.
Okay. So they're both holding actions for attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. In such a case, end of your turn, it goes to Queglod's turn.
Queglod!
Using the bipod.
Using the bipod.
Okay. I mean, you seem to have that one covered, so it's one of these getting melee range and possessing someone. Take this guy.
Okay, 2 shots with advantage.
Yep.
Right. I'll move these out of the way for now.
Cool. Right, so this is attack number 1. Again, just normal.
Yep.
Needle attacks. Going for like body shots.
Okay. Firing the first Eldritch Blast, the needle strikes against the side of it, doing 6 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay.
2.
6 points of force damage versus... Which one was this? Red? Yeah.
Red.
Okay, and the next one? That is a total of a lot to hit. That hits.
Yeah, that's 10 force damage.
It's 10 force damage. Okay. 2 Eldritch Blast flung out, each of them striking against the torso of this thing. Seems to be holding up for now. It's a wraith, and it seems to be mostly holding its position and floating there, as it does take the 2 hits.
Yeah. It does, like, harm it.
But yeah.
I'm pretty sure force damage is pretty good against.
Yeah, force damage is very rarely immunized or
Yeah.
resisted. There are very specific situations for that.
I didn't know that anything was.
Yes, certain
Something
constructs are
else.
immune to force.
Okay.
Beku is.
Oh,
Beck, who's
great.
resistant?
Anyway,
Oh,
I have nothing to do
Ah,
for a
right.
bonus action, so that ends my turn.
Okay. So, Ghaakt, your turn.
Alright, I was gonna bane some of them, but they're too far away. So, I guess a ghost counts as humanoid, right?
No.
You can try.
They have arms and legs of human
Look, that
width
isn't
and
what
size.
humanoid actually means. I know it's
Harlan,
annoying.
you can let him try.
Yeah.
Hell with it.
Bah.
I guess I could shatter, but for 2, that ain't worth much. Yeah, all my damaging stuff is on the first one.
What would you like to do?
Fuck it, I'm gonna Crown of Madness, the red one. This boy.
Okay. What kind of save is it?
It is a wisdom.
Wisdom save. Okay. You watch as Ghaakt focuses, and as the Crown of Madness begins to set in, you watch as a halo of these dark black thorns begin to strike into the neck of this wraith, as it is now Crown of Madness.
Haha. I want it to be known that a visage of Ghaakt appears through a phantom-like shard of glass and whispers in the wraith's ear. You know, he said your see-through ass looks fat.
Bit rude.
I have no idea
He said
how
you're
that
so
works.
fat, you're not even translucent.
That's
That-
savage.
You know, Ghaakt,
What?
you're a
what
much
check of-
better bard than I thought you were.
You know, Ghaakt, you don't say much, but what you do say is utterly useless.
Well, he's gonna start throwing hands now.
Oh,
Don't count me out yet.
Alright, so
Oh, who wants inspiration, by the way?
I don't. I'm going to be pointless.
Alright.
just
No,
choose a
give it
target.
to Sovak. He needs to do something at some point.
Yeah, just
Sovak.
choose a
if
target.
you could give me a ranged weapon, that would be good. But
I thought you said you had an arrow.
no,
Oh.
I've got my
Oh, no.
arms.
Which he can throw.
Alright. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna. If you don't want, I won't give it to you. I'm just gonna sit here and mope. I've been playing for dwarves all day. I'm already tired.
Oh, I'm with you there.
I've got calluses on the ends of my fingers. I can't do nothing out of these things.
Okay, so you ended your turn there?
Yep.
Okay. Do note, to maintain concentration on this, you must spend your action on all subsequent turns.
Got it.
Keep that in mind. However, on its turn, it will proceed to attack. Bern!
Oh boy.
I'll tell you this now, you're going at the same time as the commander.
Oh, happy
Which
day.
one's the commander?
The one with the shield. This one up here.
Shield.
Yeah, the one being currently attacked by the air elemental.
Uh-huh. Mm,
Wait,
just checking if I attack the Crown of Madness when it ends, right?
I believe he gets to make a save if it does. I will double check that real quick though. bu- bu- Nope. If it takes damage, it doesn't get broken free or gets to make a save, but it does get to make the save at the end of each of its turns.
But so I can attack it normally and nothing
Yeah.
will happen.
You can attack it normally, and nothing will go wrong with it.
Hmm. Well then, just checking. If I switch to, never mind, that won't work. Oops. Yeah.
You switch to what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Your metallurgy is currently on the field, by the way.
Huh?
Your metallurgy is
Yeah.
currently on the field.
It's like over here, pointed at them, gravelly, not being able to do it.
What do you mean? It can only hover while you're on it. It can fly while you're not. Uh-oh.
Infernal is gone.
Just
Bye, Infernal.
Infernal. Really
Oh,
poor timing. Alright, the commander's going to take his turn then.
Chris, just out of curiosity, did you disconnect at any point before I got here?
Easy.
Did I disconnect at any point before you got here?
Yeah.
No, why?
Oh, so we still have to be wary about that then.
I mean, yeah, technically. You have to worry about it anyway, regardless of if I've already done it. So what were you going to do, Infernal?
It is in the 10.
Yeah,
yeah,
your
fireball
metallurgy
the-
can move and fly on its own. It's just when you're on it, it can only hover.
You said it just hovers.
Hovers while you're on it. Remember, it has a 90-foot move speed. And that thing can fly and attack. That's what it's done previously.
I thought it can't go over like complete holes. It still hovers like normal.
While you're on it.
Okay.
While you or any other creature on it is on it, you can't do that, but it will be able to do it otherwise.
Okay. Okay, that's better. Because I thought it would do the same thing where it just falls down, even
Nah.
if there's no one on it.
No, that's
Okay.
that's only to stop people from using it like a flying broom.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. If that's the case, fucking devastation on the command.
Devastation on the commander.
Getting advantage from wind elemental if possible.
Yep. So that's an attack roll with advantage. That is a natural 1 and a 16.
Well, I assume that hit
16 plus what?
plus 10.
Plus 10. That hits. What's the damage?
2d8 plus 6.
Plus the 7 as well from it being an undead, or is that only when it critically hits?
Let me check what it says. Well, if that's the case, it has a. Let it switch. It would be plus 7 damage.
On top of the 6?
Oh, no, plus no. It's 2d8 plus 8 instead of 6. On undead, if it's an undead.
I thought it did more damage than that.
It's on a 20 that it does plus 7.
Ah, okay. So that's 14
Yeah.
plus 8, you said?
Yes.
So 22 points of damage. As Bern points forward with his hand, you watch as his golden spear shoots through the air and proceeds to dive through the back of the commander, doing significant damage.
And who's next to me?
22. That makes that.
Who's next to me?
I am Sasha and
Yeah.
Rook.
Rook,
Here you
Sasha,
go.
and Malcom. Malcolm's currently very much on the edge.
yeah, I guess so. Well,
Careful.
don't bother
Someone grab
too
him.
much.
Well,
with
he
me,
could
'cause
turn into a bird. It's
I can't do
Yeah.
He
anything.
can turn into a bird, sure, but if anything tries to pull him off, he's falling. That's-
You'll be able to hit them. I'll pump a heartbeat into Rook.
Luckily,
into
everyone
Rook.
knows that
Alright,
ghosts
so
just pass
Rook,
right through them.
you gain... Rook, you gain 7 temporary hit points.
Bam.
Alright. Next in the initiative is the Wraith Commander, because he's going at the same time. He... Looking at the air elemental. He is going to proceed to move 5, 10. Hold on. 10. Where's the... He's in the wrong spot. He's supposed to be there. He was in the middle of those ones. So 5.
My spear can make opportunity attack as well. If he moves out.
Yep, that's fine. I'm just checking what his movement speed is. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can't get within range anyway. So yeah, never mind. I thought he could get within range. He's 5 feet out. In such case, he's just going to move 5 feet there. And,
Is he still in range?
Yeah, he's still within range at this point. He is going to take 3 swings at the air elemental. Air elemental's AC is 15.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
That hits. That misses. And that misses.
So.
Yep. So that means that the air elemental takes. That is 5 points of slashing damage, and that's
Is
cocked,
it-
and
is
1 point
it-
of necrotic. It's magical, yes.
It is magical.
So it's like 6 points of damage overall. Your elemental should have 90 hit points, so that should knock it down to
84.
84.
Yeah, I know. I've got it written down.
Good, so do I, just in case. Alright. As a bonus action, the commander is going to use... He's going to use Warrior's Instruction. He can only hit 1 so far, so as the bonus action, this one's going to move 5 feet this way. Not provoking opportunity attacks.
I mean, I don't think anything could have hit it.
I know, he doesn't have anything else to use as a bonus action. End of his turn, Rook.
Well, I literally can't do anything, so I'm just gonna.
Also Rook.
What? What do you want me to do? Can I help anyone?
You can give an assist to
Rook
somebody
asks
nearby.
himself.
Can I help anyone? Okay, who wants help? Who wants assists? Who wants a
Is
handshake?
this the real attack strategy?
Literally, I'm.
Power up the
Rendered.
rangers and then the frontliners stay in position. Yeah. I'm also
Cool.
surprised the spellcasters haven't decided to just go prone every fight to avoid projectiles.
Look, if I could go,
The elves
if
are
I could
stressed.
do
If you could go
that,
prone right here, you'd fall off.
yeah.
Dear me. Right.
Malcolm just planks right off into the abyss.
Okay, who has
Maintaining perfect
decent
form as it
range
goes down.
thing that I can support?
Bern has range, Queglod has range, and Sasha has range. Sasha's
I have
range is a
range
bit
as
weak,
well.
is more of a saving throw, so it's not useful for her. It's
Okay.
more useful for Bern and Queglod are the main ones, but can be
Okay.
useful
I
for
also
everybody.
have range as well.
I got
Oh,
range, but it's pretty bad.
Alright, I'm gonna support Bern.
Alright,
I don't
Bern, you
really
have
know
advantage
how.
on your next action, provided it uses an
Okay.
attack roll or an ability check.
I'll hold you up high so you can get a clear view. I don't know.
It's a chasm.
That you give him emotional support.
No,
That's
That's
my
it.
job. Don't even think about it.
a back rub. There you go.
Alright.
You're doing well.
I rub your back, you rub mine. Yes.
Exactly.
Alright, so is that the end of your
Taking an
turn?
infinite cycle of back rubs.
Don't think
Mm.
about it. How that works.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that ends my go.
Okay. This one is going to take its attack versus its ally. That is a hit, I believe. Yep, that hits. And that does... It's 5 points of slashing damage and no necrotic.
So it is immune to necrotic. Yes.
All the little ones don't deal necrotic, you don't know yet. You're about to find out though. This one is going to disengage and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one is then going to use its movement to keep up. Because Crown of Madness means it uses its action, then it moves. So it remains within range of the target who's closest to it. So it would there actually. This one is going to move up, and he's going to take a swing versus you, Malcom. Or, no, correction, 2 swings.
Okay.
First swing is a 22 to hit,
Of course.
and the second one's a 19.
Yep.
Okay, both of them hit. You take 10 points of slashing, followed by 12 points of slashing.
Alright.
So that is down to 22 damage there. And I'd like you to make 2 concentration checks, not with advantage.
Why do I not have advantage?
You'll find out when you make the rolls. Or when you lose if you lose concentration.
Remember that, Chris. This man has to
Okay.
hit his friend.
That wind
He already did.
He already did.
Ah, good.
Alright.
So 2 rolls, DC 10 for both of them.
Yep.
Do you make both of them?
Yep. No.
No?
No. So can I please know why I didn't have advantage?
Yep,
now?
you can. As this thing takes a strike against you and swings, as you go to try and concentrate on it, you feel a darker energy deep below the chasm, as you feel a draw of power. You were warned, the ravine has magical ongoing effects. Seems it disrupts spell
wasn't here
casting
for
such as
that.
concentration.
I
As that
wasn't here.
happens,
My Discord cut out during that conversation.
well, not my problem. Should have asked me to repeat it.
Area
I didn't know
map.
anything
Yeah.
was said.
The wind elemental is no longer under your control.
Oh.
It will
I'm
attack.
free.
Now, if I remember correctly, it will attack the closest target still.
I don't know.
Robin Williams is fucking pissed.
Let's see.
What's it called? Conjure elemental?
Yeah, I got it pulled
If
up.
your
on my
concentration is
computer, looking
broken,
at
the
it.
elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control of the elemental. It becomes hostile towards you and your companions, and it might attack. An uncontrolled elemental cannot be dismissed by you, and it disappears 1 hour after you summoned it.
Ah,
I'm also going to say this now. Please read your spell. It has a 1-minute cast time.
it does?
It does. Please keep that in mind when looking through your spells. But
I could have swore it was one action.
you're living the consequences now. So,
What?
Mm.
That's what it is.
nope, it is 1 minute. It is 1
Wait,
minute.
he used Conjure Elemental for that? Yeah, it's a minute.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
nobody brought it up, and I tell you guys to know your spells. Now you're fighting an earth elemental or an air elemental as well. All right,
Okay.
Ugh.
this fight just became infinitely harder because now I need to roll for the air elemental.
Oh.
All right, air elemental is going at initiative 9, so it goes now.
God damn it! You couldn't have waited for the next bloody turn to
No.
lose concentration, could you, Malcolm? For
No,
fuck's
that's
sake.
all.
It's still gonna attack the commander, isn't it?
Yes, it is because the commander did hit it.
I'll
Why couldn't you
provide
do something
advantage
like
if
you
you want.
normally do? Like,
Is
I
it
don't know,
gonna make
turn
it
into a
recharge?
flying-
No, it's not. It's not going to get the advantage, unfortunately, because it classes you as hostile. It does not get its recharge.
I also have to be
Ouch.
up early tomorrow.
4,
so-
5, and a 6, and doesn't get it.
Yeah, it got a 1.
Oof.
Alright, so 2 slam attacks, just regular rolls. First one misses on a total of 10. Second one hits on a total of a bit. Can't bother to count it, I know it hits.
Plus 8.
Yeah. So that's 2d8 plus 5 bludgeoning damage. It is non-magical attacks, so it doesn't do nearly as much damage. Okay. You watch as the commander is battered by the attack, as it lands one good punch, but you watch as the commander just shrugs it off, seemingly less affected by it. Okay. In such a case, and the air elemental's turn, Sasha.
Finally, it is my time. I've got nothing. Which one looks most not
I end
good?
my turn.
Which
Actually,
one looks most
I
bad?
need to roll a wisdom save for that wraith. What's your DC, Ghaakt?
DC is
That's an 18.
16.
It's an
Huh?
18.
18.
Alright.
Mine says 16.
No, I know. That's what I mean. 18 was my total. So Crown of
Okay.
Madness ends.
Ah, at least I got a hit off.
You got a hit off, and you wasted his turn.
You really don't think? Come on, man. I can see like the wall over there as clear as day.
All right.
never say
Sasha,
that
what were you
about
gonna do?
Which one looks most beat up?
Currently red.
As in, like, okay, red over here.
There are two of them.
Yeah, the red commander is. He doesn't. He looks like he's taken more damage, but he seems like he's handling it better.
Right. I gotta see how what's it called? Radiant damage handles up with this lot. So Sacred Flame on the wraith that's next to Malcom.
It's next to Malcom. So that is a dexterity saving throw on its part.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 12.
No.
Damage.
That is 2d8.
Okay. Are you in tabletop or no?
I am in tabletop. It's just a little laggy for me, so give me a second.
That's fine. I pulled 2d8 apart so you could do it easier.
Thank you.
And it's 7 points of radiant damage. They don't seem to be resistant. They don't seem to be hurt more by it. It just seems that these creatures can take it. This one's not looking great now. The red one's not looking
ghosts.
great. Okay. Does that end your turn?
No, I've got another thing I can do. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon because it's a bonus action and just shunt it over onto next to the same one, trying to get advantage on the other side of.
So I removed the hit points from the wrong one.
I'm going to be trying to use Malcom to get it. Okay, I can't place that for the life of me, but you get what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
And
there.
Smicky Smack.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Make me your attack roll with advantage. With advantage because of the thing.
Oh, thank God for advantage.
Okay, that hits. Doing 5 plus 4. That's 9 points of force damage.
Yup.
Alright. It is not looking good. Taking quite a few hits.
Thank God for advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, end of your turn. Sovak, you see that these wraiths have approached. The elemental has been lost control of, and it seems that these concentration checks are going a bit haywire.
Oh, sorry.
He's busy painting Warhammer.
Yeah. And it's Storm Surge. Anyway,
You can't take that for 500 points.
that's what you think.
Damn
Okay.
you. I want a Chaos Knight for 500 points.
Fight me, man. Right, just checking. Cones, they can go on the corner of.
Yes.
Excellent. That cone I was talking about earlier, don't care about your spiritual weapon. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Spiritual weapon's immune anyway.
Good.
The
Just
blade
making
at the back isn't, though.
Oh well.
So, 60-foot cone.
60-foot cone, I'm going to use Conjure Barrage.
Barrage.
Alright. Alright.
Also,
Jamie, if there's... Oh, it doesn't hit the weapon anyway. Perfect.
Oh,
Jamie,
perfection.
if there's one thing to know about Rangers, it's this. Okay. Are you doing
what
the
is this?
thing?
I'm just double checking as Wisdom is my spellcaster modifier. That would make my DC. Oh, my DC's very
What's
low.
this, by the way?
Conjurerage.
He wasn't built for magic anyway. So
I don't think it affects my thing, because AoE things don't affect my sword, or my...
Oh
You're
yeah, it's
fine.
only direct attacks. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's only hitting them anyway.
So, yes, I'm going to conjure Barrage. There's one action. They have to pass a DC 12 Dexterity saving throw.
DC 12?
Probably not.
Wisdom.
Well, Wisdom's only +2. I've only got 15 Wisdom. I know. But then again,
No.
Shouldn't there still be a plus?
Yeah, that
Shouldn't
should...
still be a plus
That's
Should
what
be
I
a
was.
+7.
That's
Well,
what I was just thinking. I'm just thinking, is it meant to be higher?
Oh, I know
It
what
should
I've
be
done.
8 plus your.
I know what I've done.
Did you not put wisdom into the spellcasting thing?
I did not put wisdom into the spell.
So it should be 14.
Yeah.
14. Yes, boy.
Okay, there we go. That's more like. That's at least better than a CR3 creature.
Yeah.
Uh,
Christ, Sam.
I was looking at that going, that was like, hey.
All right, Air Elemental is going to make its check. Okay, Air Elemental succeeds on a 21. Does it take half damage or no damage?
They take half damage.
Okay, it will take quarter damage from this because it's resistant to the non-bludgeoning. Or non-magical bludgeoning. Yes, put my book on top of my dice tray. Good job. The commander gets a 20. Yep, he'll take a quarter damage as well because he's resistant. The Wraith Warrior green fails, Wraith Warrior blue succeeds, and Wraith Warrior red fails. So red and green fail. So go ahead and roll your damage while I describe this. You'll watch as Sovak begins to perform some magic incantation, and as he does, you watch as he just goes, fuck it. Just chucks away the incantation and tosses his arm in the air. As he does so, you watch as 50 arms replicate themselves throughout the sky and just shoot off in a cone out from him as his main arm reattaches itself, or what he believes to be his main arm.
Oh no. No, mate, it's the twice situation, man. Don't do that to me.
So, how much damage?
It's only 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay, so that's halved to 7 and then halved to 3 for those that succeeded. So the Elemental takes 3, the Wraith Commander takes 3, the blue one takes 3, and then the others take 7 because they are resistant. But that does bring green down to a death's door moment. However, it brings green down to death door, and it brings red into a state of it's not looking too good.
I helped.
Yep.
And we're all very proud of you, Sovak.
Yay.
My God. He's made of arms.
All
right.
right. Fair. The only reason I took Conjure Barrage was the image of 50 arms coming up and just slapping people.
This is some Asura's Wrath shit.
It is.
Oh, actually, I made a mistake.
Are they resistant?
They aren't resistant because of your arm.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. I wasn't going to call you out. I was probably going to send you a message, but
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, I realize
you
that.
have stated that they do not resist my arm.
So you take an
for some
additional.
reason.
So you take an additional 4 points of
These foolish
damage.
ghosts,
You take
they
an
are not
additional 4
resistant
points
to
of
fist.
damage. The air elemental, on the other hand, is still resistant because it's not undead. So. All right.
I've got a question.
Mhm.
Are all the arms clenched like a fist, or are they flat? Like
I
Open
hope
hand.
they're
Open
like
hand.
slapping, right?
Yeah, they're open hand slapping.
Bit of a waste of a spell.
Palm
then
thrusting.
That's not what's happened.
Yeah. Okay. End of
50
Sovak's
consecutive
turn.
Slaps.
Unless you have anything else to do, Sovak?
Just a
I mean,
little
how do you
skeleton-
follow that up?
Just a little skeleton dance.
Okay. All right. Malcolm, you are
Skeletons,
currently
creatures of
face to
pure
face
mischief.
with this sword wraith.
Guess I'll just shillelagh smack it.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll. $17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage, which should be a D8. Shillelagh.
Uh, 5 plus 5 bludgeoning.
10 points of damage. Yep, that's enough. Taking Shillelagh and striking it across its torso in its very weak state, you watch as it begins to dissipate, and you watch as the red core slowly begins to float back down the bottom as it bounces down the inside of the chasm. Okay. So, is that it, or?
Yes.
Maybe try and scooch back a bit. You're quite
I've
close
got
to me.
nowhere to go.
You can move through allies. And there's one spot right here. Or you've got more space going up this way. Okay. And you scooch back. Queglod.
Malcolm scooches.
Your turn.
Me again, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Also, there is an error with this.
Error.
Also, Queglod, maybe you want to move to somewhere further
no.
away from murder things.
Yeah, you're not a medium creature, stuff like that.
Yeah, moving. I can do it pretty easily. 'Cause
Yes, because you can move through creatures one size larger than you without being obstructed.
Yeah.
You just
So
can't
I'm
stop in
gonna
that
make
tile.
my attacks first.
Alright, 2
Just-
attacks versus...
Literally no spells that be
The-
helpful here, so I'll do Eldritch Blast.
Okay, 2 attacks versus the red one. Regular rolls this time.
Yep. Advantage. Tripod.
Yep, the tripod was turned into a barrage of arms. What's the totals to hit?
Total hit is, I believe, +8. So
Plus 8, so that is a 15, and
It-
that is a
check.
17. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, red is going to use his reaction to parry the attack. Oh no, that's only on melee attacks, isn't it? So they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so never mind. Red takes 1 hit, but the other one misses.
Fair.
Okay, takes 4 plus
Okay.
4, so it takes 8 points of force damage.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, it's not looking good. It's getting close to their store.
Good, good. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah. I don't suppose this is a place I can stay.
As a small creature, you can do this. You can do so, but you'll be classed as prone while you're there.
It's not a good idea. No, I'll stay right.
Okay.
If they're desperate to do, but they're getting smacked first.
Yeah.
It all works out.
Okay.
Just quick warning, I may have to head off in not too long.
That's
so-
fine. I mean, you
Same.
guys are
Yes,
progressing.
I will probably
I
also.
mean, I
get
may do
called
the
off.
same. I'm gonna just
you wanna-
do my turn.
Do you wanna? I was gonna say, do you wanna stop on Ghakt's turn and then stop for the today?
How long are we till we finish this combat?
The rate you're going, you could end this in 2 turns. But then you've got the air elemental, which is the problem, because that could fling people off the cliff.
That's extended it a bit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it means that if the elemental gets within melee range, I could fire 3 or 4 of you off the cliff into the ravine, which could get
Oh,
really
perfect.
dangerous.
We've got a split party
Yeah,
at best.
then you've got a very dangerous situation. So, I'll say we'll hold off the session because there are things that I can do to make this longer combat. But if this guy disengages, this air elemental is just going to go after the party. So, which is what it would be doing on its next turn. So, either way, I think we will stop there. I will drop a concentration onto Ghaakt. Just
I
reminds
thought
me
it
that...
broke my concentration. Oh, alright.
No, it did. It's just to mark that it's your turn next. Actually, you know what? I'll just copy a new tile on top of you. Alright, there we go.
Chris, I'd like to think that this strange aura that breaks concentration that this thing has given off, for Ghaakt, it has the effect of putting this weird song in his head that he can't quite get out.
Okay.
It's like from an old play that he didn't really much care for as a kid, but stuck in his head anyway.
Fair enough.
For Sasha, it's Elzian's voice.
You love Elsian, really.
For
Sorry,
reference-
didn't we
for
establish that
reference-
Elzian was the one with the crush?
Not on Sasha. On
Yes,
Malcolm,
we
yes.
did. No, we established this.
Okay. I would like
You
to
said it in a
know-
throwaway comment in one of the Bathhouse episodes. But it was on stream, so it's canon.
Everyone heard it,
Ew.
and everyone could still hear it.
Do
Sasha
you have
money.
the spell slot for that, Sam?
Yes, I do. I have 2, I believe. Unless I've got myself utterly mixed up.
If you have 2, then yeah, you have the spell slot, and I'm just double checking that now. I'm just reading it.
I'm not sure, but
I can check it in a minute when I read the player's handbook. Other guests at base. Small or smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass.
it doesn't
through
say. I fully understand if not, but it just seems like something would happen, you know?
Well, the last bit that says creatures in gaseous form can't pass through it would restrict it. It is an air elemental, so with its air form, it can attempt to pass through it at a strength check. However, it has to beat your spell DC, and its strength isn't that high. So it can try.
Yeah, I've got two of the spell slot.
Yeah, it can try, but otherwise it can't move through it naturally.
Cool. Actually, I've also got to place it on the ground, so it would only be able to be placed on the ledge.
That'd be fun.
So never mind.
What's wrong with that, Sam? Just fire your team.
I gotta head off now.
Yeah,
Good night,
we're
guys.
going to end the
Me
session
too.
now. So, for the session, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a little bit of a shorter one than usual. But we will get back to this
Sorry.
combat next session.
Bye
Alright,
bye.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye.